Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great week and have been looking forward to this as much as I have. This is going to be something different from usual. We are doing a actual 4th edition game. I've got 5 guests with me today who have each created some pretty good 4th edition characters, and I'm excited to see what they do and how this adventure plays out. So really looking forward to it. I will let you know that I did a lot of fails during the technical part of this. So we had original plans to do actual video for everybody, but that did not happen. So I am going to be the only one that's actually on video, but everyone else will be on audio. So on the right side of the screen, you should see all the character names, and as they're speaking, it should highlight each person. So hopefully that makes it pretty clear who is doing what. And other than that, I am going to be focused on the DMing tonight, so you will not see me interacting with the chat really at all, I don't expect. But I do look forward to seeing what everybody had to say once it's done. So if you want to be in a future game, please do subscribe to the newsletter because I send out the invitations to the games exclusively to the newsletter subscribers. So please check out that link down in the description. And of course, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel as well if you haven't already. And with that, we've got a big adventure to go through, so I don't want to waste too much time. I want to jump right into it. And so with that, let's meet our characters, and I think we'll just go down the list. So the first character, if we want to introduce, is Grixis.
Yeah, Grixis is a Dragonborn Paladin, so he worships Bahamut. He's a mix of red, blue, and black dragon blood, but he has a breath weapon that's acid. He's heavily armored in plate and a heavy shield, wielding a battle axe, and he can lay on hands twice a day if anybody gets injured.
Finton, you want to...
All right. I'm playing Deliria Malarn. She is a drow elf. Fun fact, she used to be my younger sister's character 15 years ago, but unfortunately that campaign was cut short, and I'm excited to see what else she can do. She's a storm sorcerer with a little bit of focus on dealing lightning damage and some cold vulnerabilities.
I'm Gilly Bronzemast. I am a dwarven rogue, which is not something you see very often. The only way to really describe Gilly is he is the oldest of old salts, leathery skin, smells like damp and salt all the time, and he is going to be the sneaky, stabby thief, and it should be a lot of fun.
I'm Finton Blackpool. I'm a human druid. I grew up enjoying to be on the farm and helping my family with the animals and in the vegetable garden more than I liked schooling or the people in school who didn't really like me either. I was kind of a loner. And then one day soldiers came and tried to board themselves in my house, and my dad said no, and they killed him. And so I ran off into the woods to survive, and that's where I learned to survive. And now I'm a druid who can turn into a Siberian tiger and move people around in melee and shoot people a little bit as well in human form.
Matt is an Earth Soul Genasi warlord, pretty large and bulky, wearing polished scale mail armor with a battle axe strapped to his back. His skin is like a rough, textured copper color, and he has small purple crystal protrusions along the left side of his face and body. There's kind of like a quiet, observant aura around him. He prefers to watch rather than talk, with dark hair settled around his shoulders. He's decided to kind of strike out on his own from his former army unit, wanting to prove his own tactical prowess on the battlefield.
All right. Well, let's see how many of these characters can survive the night. And let's get started here. So this party has been together for only a pretty small period of time, but you've kind of gotten to know each other just over maybe the last few weeks or so. You met up in Winterhaven, up in the northwestern part of the Nintervale, and you've recently been working together to restore a temple of Bahamut. This has helped you bond a little bit together as a group, but also earned you some renown amongst the town folks. But that job is finished, and as you're wrapping up this job, a rider comes in and posts a letter from the Lord Warden of Fallcrest, indicating that they're needing some help dealing with kobolds near their city on the King's Road, near around Fallcrest. These kobolds have been dealing with caravans and travelers and accosting them, robbing them, and everything, and it's getting kind of intolerable. So, the King's Road is a road that runs diagonally across the Nintervale. It starts in the northwest and then moves its way down, and then Fallcrest is in the center, and then it continues on down to the southeast. And so the King's Road is all there. And so you decide that, being the honorable group that you are, you're going to head over to Fallcrest and see what you can do. This journey from Winterhaven to Fallcrest is about 5 days of travel. And at this point, you've completed 4 of those days, and with the exception of a run-in with some drakes along the way, it's been relatively uneventful. So you've progressed through the Guardberry Downs, and you're right now around the Cloakwood here, and you've had a good night's rest. And if you make good time today, there's a chance that you could probably get into Fallcrest by nightfall. So you pack up your camp, head out on the road. It's a pretty warm morning. It's probably in the fall, so maybe a little warmer than normal. The ground has some dew on it. The road is not really muddy, but it is soft because there was some moisture overnight, and that's soaked into the dirt. And you notice that there are some fresh tracks of a horse-drawn wagon or cart that must have passed by relatively recently. And you get about 2 miles from your camp, and you round a bend in the road, and you see a cart that has apparently hit a pile of rocks, and the front wheel on it is clearly damaged, as you see this, and there we are.
I see nothing untoward about this at all. Carts, in my experience, routinely stand still in the middle of a road.
I don't suppose we have vision behind that pile of rocks right there.
If someone wants to wander over in that direction, you may be able to peek around what's there.
You gentlemen mind if I slip over there quietly?
That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and turn into beast form preemptively.
There's the kitty cat.
And Matt's gonna just look at the other side of the road and edging to see if there's any figures or horses or any movement around. Because a random cart with nothing else around is too suspicious.
So across the street, so if Matt's kind of looking over in this direction, there's he doesn't at a glance notice anything. There's definitely some bushes. Doesn't seem like anything's really disturbed over there. And is Gilly walking around to see what's around these rocks?
Gilly is going to kind of surreptitiously move around the rocks. Yes, going to the southern part of the rocks. Let's get him over there. I want to try to move over to here-ish.
Okay. So as you're approaching this pile of rocks, you start to hear the sounds of what sounds like someone in pain, and then as you go around the rocks, you notice there's an elf woman lying on the ground who's she's just taking very labored breaths. She's conscious, but a little out of sorts, and resting on the ground, leaning up against the rocks a little bit.
Oi, there's a wounded elf back here. That does not seem normal for a cart.
I smell an ambush. Elves are not to be trusted.
Agreed.
Matt will immediately rush over.
All right, I'll go with him.
And she glances over at you, and there's a kind of a look of relief on her face as she sees you show up, and she just kind of sighs, and it's like, oh, thank goodness.
Were you ambushed on the road, or what happened? And he'll attempt to check and see if she has any wounds. Is she bloodied?
She does have some seems like bruises on her face and maybe her forearms. There's you do notice that there's a dagger lying on the ground beside her, and there are a couple javelins on the ground in front of the cart near where the cart is. She seems to be clutching her arms as well.
Whoever did this must be close.
Yeah, she looks at you and is like, we were attacked by kobolds. They just came out of nowhere and started throwing javelins at us, and the horse got startled and we crashed into these rocks, and the horse somehow broke loose and went scurrying down the road.
Can Grixis hear what she's saying from where he is?
Yeah, you can. She's a little out of breath, but I think she's close enough where you can make out what she's saying.
He's going to move up on the other side of the cart.
Okay.
You said we, but you're the only one here. Did they take others, or did others run away?
I was traveling with my companion, and we tried to fight him a little bit, but then they overwhelmed us and they took him prisoner and drug him off into the south.
He was still alive, though.
He was, last I saw him.
Well, he's probably dead now. I know kobolds.
Positivity. We can't say that to the woman.
I just don't like kobolds, all right? They worship dragons thinking they're dragonborn. They're not.
Ooh.
The diplomat of the group.
Yeah.
Should I do a diplomacy check?
Nah,
One of my skills.
What's the roll for bedside manner? All right.
Oh, you could do a heal check on her. Oh, my guy's good at healing. I'm a paladin. I'm going to come over and see if I can fix her up.
While that is happening, can I check the contents of the cart?
Sure. So if Grixis can do a heal check, and then if who was doing the check in the cart can do a perception check.
All right.
I got 4 plus... 4. That's 8. Probably not happening.
Yeah. So the only thing that you do notice, there's not much that you're going to be able to really do, but as you're glancing at her injuries, you're not really seeing much in the way of injuries. She's got a couple bruises and she's breathing heavy, but you don't see any wounds. You don't see there's not really much blood where she's got cuts or anything on her or things like that.
I'm going to tell her I can't really fix you up very good. You don't seem there's nothing wrong with you. Why are you laying on the ground?
Did who was doing the perception check?
Deliria is rolling for perception. Let's see, we're going through. We have no modifiers, so 10.
So just looking at in the back of the cart, you could see that it's pretty well stocked with provisions for somebody that's traveling a long distance. It's got food and all those sorts of things. It doesn't really seem like much has been disturbed from the wagon.
So did the kobolds actually take anything?
So she looks over at Grixis and is like, what are you implying?
I'm going to try to intimidate her.
Okay.
Oh.
What have you been doing so far?
Is she hostile? This will just find out. Is she hostile to me?
Now she is.
I get a 19 plus 11. That's 30.
Oh.
Even if she's hostile, that's 20. She must be intimidated.
So she kind of takes a deep breath, and she just kind of, she says, "I'm sorry. It's all just really embarrassing. See, we were driving down the road, and Jasper was driving, and a squirrel ran out, and the horse got startled, and we crashed. And when we unhooked the horse, he ran away, and it was just kind of a big mess. And then these kobolds came around, and there was just a handful of them. It wasn't an ambush, like I said."
All right, if Grix is going bad cop, I'll be good cop. We understand, love. Do you remember how many there were?
There were maybe 4.
Right? I think we can track down 4 kobolds and a possibly eaten person.
No,
Can
he's
the-
he's alive. Let's stay positive. He's gonna
Sorry.
be fine.
He's
gonna-
definitely being marinated at the moment.
Yes, but not eaten yet. Marinade can be
Not-
washed off.
Eaten.
Can Deliria hear that conversation?
Yes.
Okay. Can I climb those rocks?
Yes, definitely. The difficult terrain, but you could get up there pretty easily.
Fantastic. We're gonna go right over here, kind of overlook the conversation. So why lie then? What purpose did that serve?
It was just we were just kind of unsure who you were, or I was just unsure who you were, and I didn't know what your intentions were. So I wanted to give the impression that there was maybe more kobolds around than we had actually seen, just to maybe so you'd just be on your way, or leave me alone.
Very
I
interesting.
mean,
What's
the
your back
letter
health?
we received did talk about kobolds that needed to be dealt with. So, I guess in finding this Jasper, we can get a head start on whatever the warden of Fallcrest wanted.
I agree with Matt. I say we
I
find him.
Can I, take a look at this lady and try to get a sense of whether she's holding out on us still? Is she telling us the truth? Can I use an insight check to see if she's...
Yeah. Yep. Do that.
Okay.
Loading up my pack with provisions from the cart.
That could maybe be supported by other characters.
So someone else going to roll an insight?
I think
Matt
Mine
takes her
is
at
mine
face
is
value.
terrible.
I feel insightful. I'll help you.
Great.
Let's see.
Getting-
Oh, there we go. There we go. I feel slightly less insightful.
Well, you kind of been studying her inflections and her mannerisms as she's lying there, and kind of processing the fact that she's maybe not as hurt as she indicated. So you definitely get the impression that she's not telling you everything. It's hard to say what parts of her story are not true, but she's clearly leaving something out.
Okay.
And about that time, you hear some noise coming from the woods over here.
Sorry, over where?
Oh, sorry. Oh, why is it not? Well, we'll say to the east. I don't know why my
There we go.
over there. I don't know why my ping thing's not working.
See, this
I'm
is
gonna
why
move,
it's hard.
I'm
to
gonna
trust.
move that way. One move by this rock, just in case, and get my axe and shield out as a minor action.
So anyone who's drawn their attention over that way, do a perception check.
No, I have no perception. Guys, there's nothing over here. Don't worry about it. I think it was
I
more
can confirm.
squirrels.
Okay. So
Grix is right. There's nothing.
there's nothing over there.
Squirrels.
Again.
Yeah. They took out a whole cart, apparently.
Wait, sorry, really? My 26, I didn't see anything?
Oh, I didn't see the 26. Sorry, I only saw the 2 and the 6. I didn't see that you had already rolled 2. Okay, sorry about that. While they're insisting that there's nothing over there, you clearly spot what appears to be some sort of small creature hiding and crouching down in those bushes.
How does it compare to those little drakes we saw last night?
It's bigger than those.
Guys, I do think there's something over there. I say to the group, and I'm gonna move slowly that way.
Matt will draw his weapon and just get
Oh.
in front there.
So I take it not squirrels.
It does not look like squirrels.
The biggest
Ah.
squirrel you've ever seen.
All right, I'm gonna move over here.
Grixis is going to ask Gilly if he can slit her throat so we can get to work on whatever's over here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, isn't there something in your religion about not killing unarmed? I mean, don't get me
You guys
wrong.
know-
I'm a
you know
terrible scurvy
Bahamut
pirate.
is lawful. Bahamut is lawful good, but for dragons and dragonborns.
Oh, Grix, my lad.
I think
I
she's
have-
evil. I'm pretty sure she's evil, but okay, leave her alone. Let's see what's in the bushes.
Tell you what. We're gonna split the difference. Grix, my lad, I'm gonna stand here. If she moves, I throw a dagger at her face. If not, I throw a dagger at the squirrel. Either way's fine with me.
So as you're observing these bushes, you hear some more movement, and you hear kind of some we'll say growling that sounds very timid and afraid. And what emerges is a kobold that's kind of skulking away from this line of people that have now appeared.
Grix, stop that skulker.
All right, now is this somebody I can kill? I'm just wondering. I mean, I don't know. Told you I don't like kobolds. I'm gonna tell them, come out with your hands up, give up and surrender. I'm gonna try to intimidate them.
All right, give it a try.
Let's see if this goes good. I get 20 plus 11, so that's a 31. If he's hostile to me, it's still a 21. His will's got to be less than that, right?
Yeah, he tosses his javelin aside, and he takes a couple steps forward out of the bushes, and kind of.
Matt, can you ask him what he's doing here and find out what his deal is?
What are you doing here? Did you attack this lady and her partner? Why are you skulking about, little one?
I didn't attack her.
Who did, or my friend over there is itching to separate your head and your body?
I didn't see the attack. I didn't take anything. I didn't attack her. I just got here.
From where?
I have a camp to the south.
How many people are in your camp? Kobolds.
I can't count that high.
Ouch.
Got to be at least 3 or 4 then.
Deliria's eyes crackle with electricity dangerously, and she asks the rest of the party, so who do we trust now? The uneducated vermin or the kobold?
Oh.
Are there any kobold tracks around her, Deliria?
There's a lot of kobold tracks that are around there, and you see some tracks that go to the south. Those tracks probably only amount to a couple kobolds. Do a perception check. If Deliria, whoever's looking, actually can do a perception check.
I'm rolling. There we go. Oh my goodness. My eyes don't work so good in those hill lights.
Matt will also attempt as well.
Okay.
Oh, that probably not.
I actually I'm wrong. I actually meant a nature check. I'm sorry. So I'll give you another chance at it because I'm calling for the wrong check.
Oh, 22. Natural 20.
Good lord, you guys.
Nature and perception, that's what I do.
So
Clearly.
you there's a few things you notice as you're looking around. Is that you do see some kobold tracks that don't look terribly fresh, but you do see some tracks. You notice that there are horse hoof prints that kind of that do not look like indicate a horse that ran away, but rather a horse that just kind of wandered somewhere. And there are some the kobold tracks that you do see. They head off to the south, so in this general direction over here.
All right,
Is
one
that in the
second,
direction
lads.
where he said is? Go ahead.
All right, Miss Moss, with all due respect, the statically charged friend behind you and the really angry paladin with an axe would really like some truth right about now. Do I have to make him get, intimidating again? Because I'm getting scared, and I know him.
We were carrying a fairly family heirloom in this cart, and when there were some kobolds that came by, and we fended them off, but they did make it to the cart, and they managed to grab this necklace that's been in my family for generations, and then they ran off, and my traveling companion followed them.
He followed
Should
them
we do?
of his own volition.
Yes.
Yeah, that was unwise of him. Is this heirloom? Do you know? I mean, is it magical by any chance, or is it just it's of value to you or sentimental value?
I don't know of any magical properties. It's just been in my family for many generations, and it's priceless for me.
Also, generally for the crowd, how do we feel about just killing kobolds? Are we pretty pro? We can probably following the track, or we could let this guy go and.
Matt will look at this kobold specifically and say, do you know where any of your other kobold friends might be? Any other camps or hideouts or places you can find them?
I don't know of any other kobolds around. My camp is to the south. I've been with them for a long time, and I don't know of any others.
Maybe
have
his friends
you
can
and your kobold friends been raiding the area?
I feel that what I should say is going to get me killed, so I will tell you, yes, we have been raiding carts in the area. So,
Yep, honesty is good. Grix, I say you can do whatever you want. I don't know about you guys. I'm fine with him killing the kobold. I mean, he's a raider, right?
Totally fine. It's totally fine. But he was honest in that critical moment. The other thing we could do is let him survive now and then kill him back at his camp. Right. I say fully within earshot of the kobold.
Fenton, you're a good man with good sport.
Up to you, Griff.
The kobold throws himself at his feet and points to Finton. Is like, yes, listen to him.
Your call, Grix.
Well, we don't have to kill him if you don't want to. I mean, if you let him go, it's going to be we fight 5 kobolds instead of 4, but it doesn't matter to me. I could kill him later if I see him again. You guys might think all these kobolds look the same, but I can recognize this guy because I have my dragon sense, and I would know if it was. I'll just let him know. You should leave the area if we let you go. I don't want to see you again. Also, you guys might want to get some stuff out of the cart. A lot of apples and bread and stuff in there.
Well, I'll never pass down an apple. Shoo, little kobold.
So
Graham.
he backs away slowly, and then eventually scurries off down the road.
Grix, that was the best.
I feel like we're going to regret this.
I think Deliria is right. We should probably move fast in case he warns his companions.
You guys just don't know how much Bahamut hates kobolds. They worship Tiamat. Just doesn't like it, but it's fine. We don't have to slaughter everything we see. Now, what about this Thalia woman here? Let her get back to her business?
I don't know, Grix, what does your dragon sense tell you?
I don't know anything about humans.
She's an elf.
I think she didn't want to reveal existence of the priceless item to us. That's what the deceit was about. I think Matt is right. We need to hoof it down the tracks to the keep to the camp before the guy we just let go. Warns them, and they get all set up. And then we should kill all of those kobolds, Grix. It's going to be very fun. And we can take everything we find and maybe give it.
Can't argue with that. I'm ready.
So she gestures to Matt, who's standing there, and she kind of tries to get his attention. She doesn't really. She looked a little nervous about Deliria standing over her, so she gestures to Matt to come over so she can tell him something. And she whispers to Matt to check. There's just under the seat in the cart is a secret compartment, and she kind of gives him instructions on how to open that secret compartment.
Matt will do so.
And inside that compartment is a crossbow bolt that does have some magical properties to it.
And Deliria attempt to sense what kind of a crossbow bolt it is.
It is she can do more than that because it's
With that.
She knows it's a firestorm bolt that deals some pretty hefty damage if used.
Nice.
Who has a crossbow?
Grixis will point out that might have been a nice compartment to keep your precious heirloom in, but you're probably wearing it. It's the kind of person I know you are. But don't worry, when I find it, I will wear it till the end of my days.
Grixis,
Denied one of
let's give the lady her family heirloom back, please.
Well, I don't have it yet, and she'll probably be dead by the time I find it. But
Oh,
if you insist, you guys have a lot of rules, and I didn't know joining up with you there's going to be all these rules I had to follow. But okay.
why don't you take this bolt? If you can throw it or shoot it at something really cool will happen. You can roast some kobolds.
Grixis? No, I don't have any ranged attacks, brother. I have my axe. That's it. I can do some magic with my holy symbol, but I don't use any ranged weapons.
Deliria reaches over and grabs the crossbow bolt, puts it in her little pouch, and says, "I'll take that. That might have just bought your life, elf."
Thank you, Talia, for your gift, and we'll try and see if we can find Jasper alive and your heirloom intact and decide what to do with everything when we return. I'd recommend trying to stay near your cart and resting up, and hopefully you don't have any more incursions by kobolds.
How far do we think? How far to the town is it now?
You're a full day from Fallcrest.
Oh, we're still a full day.
Yeah, you're only a couple miles from your camp.
Well, she's gonna have to find her own way there. If you stay on the road, you should be fine. Probably no more kobolds around.
She sorry, go ahead.
They ran into him in the
Sorry, Finton is fading. I can't hear Finton.
Sorry. I was saying that she ran into the kobolds on the road in the first place.
I know, that's what I'm saying. What's the chance of that happening again in the same day?
Not a lot if we get rid of them.
I guess we go kill them first.
And Grickus, if we come back, you can load up your provisions here before we march the rest of the day to the town.
Oh, I got plenty, don't worry. Well, let's get going. No time like the present to kill some kobolds. Let one slip through our fingers, just noting.
Noted.
All right.
Grix, I gotta ask. Dragon sense, real or did you make that stuff up?
No, it's real.
Whoa. Well, my
I'm
dwarf sense
I'm
was
very
we go south.
truthful. You know.
Yeah, disturbingly scary, but also very truthful. I like that about you. You know where you stand.
All right. So, are you heading off to the south then to follow these tracks and look for this camp? Is that the idea? All right.
I think so.
All right.
And we're gonna leave Sally behind. We're not gonna bring her with us.
Talia, would you prefer to stay here, or are you going to try and go back to the town, or try and go back to town yourself?
I'm going to just look and see if I can find my horse, and if so, then I'll take my horse into town.
You said we saw the tracks of the horse just walking away, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Why don't we quickly try to find her horse, and then she can ride it back to town more safely?
Because the other kobold might go warn his friends.
All right, fair enough. All right, you're gonna have to find your own horse.
I mean, Grixis is kind of right. She lied to us for the right reasons in a way. So let's go kill kobolds. I'm sure people are itching for blood on their axe heads.
Yeah, but we're the main guys. You don't lie to the main guys. When we show up, you tell us the deal, and we go kill the kobolds and get your necklace
She
back.
doesn't know that yet.
She will now.
Yeah.
All right, south.
All right. So the party leaves Thalia behind and heads to the south to following the trail of these kobolds, which is pretty clear. They didn't exactly try to hide their direction or anything like that. And only, I mean, maybe a mile or so to the south, you come upon this we'll say a pit or a lower area in the ground that's been kind of developed, and they've cut down the trees, and they've clearly had some fires and stuff. And so you from the position that you're in, you can see pretty clearly into this pit. You're kind of concealed a little bit as long as you're not being too loud. There's a pile of branches that kind of conceal your location. Each level here is probably about 10 feet down. But you got a pretty good view of everything that's going. You can see pretty much everything in this pit. There's lots of kobolds stirring around here, and there's a hole in the ground that they seem to be protecting, if you will.
They seem awfully interested in that hole.
I assume something is down that hole.
Kobold hole. Well, should we just throw Grixis at them and see what happens?
Oh, you guys want me to go down there?
Because he'll do it.
I will give so much money to watch that happen.
What's with the
Grixis, go ask them what's wrong with their hole.
Well, if we go straight down from where Grixis is it flat to go across to get down in there without climbing down a cliff?
So if you come down this way, there's a little dip there, and that would be just kind of a nice gradual slope to go down there. Any of these areas here are going to be cliffs that you would have to climb down. They're only about 10 feet, but there's no rocks or anything. It's just dirt, so it's kind of hard to get a grip. Everyone do a perception check for me.
So 14 for Matt.
10 for Deliria.
Ooh, a new high of 6.
Impressive.
How do I make it do a perception check?
D20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Yeah, I know, but you guys have all that neat stuff. I'll just roll. I don't have good perception. It's not worth the time to figure it out. As I said, I perceive nothing.
Man, I was really hoping you were going to roll a nat 20, but okay. Matt, anyway, as you're surveying this area, just a couple things that you notice is that these two kobolds down here, they seem to be pretty intently watching to the south. And while the rest of them are pretty much have their eyes fixated on the hole in the ground. So just, from a tactical perspective, that's kind of where everybody's attention lies.
Matt will whisper to the group, maybe those of us with, I say us like I have range, but those of you with ranged abilities attack the two to the south. They seem to be focused away, while the more heavily armored of us that can only attack directly surprise the rest, perhaps? Deliria, I know you are fond of shooting magic at a distance.
Sure am.
And Gilly, you're pretty quiet, so if you sneak up before Deliria attacks, maybe you can get off a quick execution on one of them as well.
Sounds good, boss. I'll see what I can do.
And then Finton and Grixis charge in, and I will follow.
Let me know when I can roll initiative.
Yep, that was my next thing. So let's do it.
Let's use the element of surprise.
Yeah. That's a 2 total. So after you guys do whatever you want to do.
One sec. Ah, it's good to be a thief.
I need to add Grixis. Hang on. Hang on, I gotta move Grixis for a second. There we go. And I don't know why Gilly's on here twice. What'd you roll? 23?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. For some reason on mine, it's showing you twice. All right, we got and I got Matt on here twice. Who am I missing? Deliria. Did Deliria?
Got a 7.
A 7. Okay. Oh, okay. You rolled regular. Let me move you also. Get you back there. And all right.
Good to go?
We are sorry, I just needed to update things. So
No worries.
all right, there we go. That's our I'll try to get a little so you can see all of them. So Gilly is up first.
I'm going to look at Matt and be like, which one do you want first?
Matt will just point at the two to the south, right at the bottom, facing away.
All right. I'm going to move about 5 squares down. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do a stealth check if possible, please.
Okay.
Hopefully stealthily. This could be really bad. Oh, no. That's not too bad.
You actually are, there's a moment where there's this you step on a leaf or something and it makes a noise and there's a big quiet pause and they kind of perk their heads up, but then they just go back to what they were doing.
This is why I hate the land. All right. I'm still able to throw a dagger, right?
You've got combat advantage too, because they haven't gone
yes,
yet.
Sir. I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm going to go ahead and throw a dagger.
All right.
I'm going to throw a dagger at the... Let's see here. Let's get this one just to my left, please.
Is that Tau? All right.
Yes. All right. Roll. Give me a second. Do. Oh, come on. All right, here we go. So, D20, and we're going to add, let's see here. 6 plus 2 for combat advantage, so let's go with plus 8. Hold that thought. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3.
Wow. That was worth every second of that.
Oh!
So
The leaf threw me off. I blame the leaf.
so
This is what I always like to say. Do you want to use your action point?
well,
Oh,
being as that's a nice fat one in the on that die. This is a dagger you were throwing.
yeah.
So that dagger flies right over Tao's head and kind of skips along the ground and lands right there. And all three of these kobolds in this little circle here, they all look down at the dagger, and then every one of them turns their head towards you.
At that point, I'm going to yell, "That was a warning shot!"
Way to save face.
Thank you. A warning shot. Surrender, or Grixis will kill you.
I'm putting my armor on. I'll be just a minute.
What? No,
Evidently.
Grix. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, Grix! This is not
Armor's
a
heavy.
thing.
I can't be wearing it all the time.
Oh. If only there were some powerful druid to save my butt.
All right, I assume that's all that Gilly is offering right now for this round.
It's more than I rolled. Oh.
Let's see what Finton's got.
Great. I will start with a minor action to shift into beast form. And with my agile form feat, that comes with a free shift 1, so I'll shift down here. And then I will move my speed, which is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to use my at-will power swarming locust to shoot out this blast 3 here in that pink square. And I'm drawing a square because it's also going to create a zone until the end of my next turn where enemies in that zone grant combat advantage to anyone. But first I get to attack, so let me do that. 2 people in the attack. So just 7 and 6 versus reflex.
So they adeptly step out of the way and avoid anything that might be coming to do them damage.
Okay, but they are in a zone that grants combat advantage now.
Okay. Anything else for Finton?
No.
All right. The orange diamond kobolds have they've not made note of any of this. They're still fixated on the hole, so that brings us to Matt.
Matt's gonna just shake his head and just like mutter, "The best laid plans."
We had a plan?
He's gonna move up behind Gilly.
Matt is our leader, if you guys didn't know. I'll just say as an utterance.
Matt's gonna walk up to Gilly and say, let's try that again. And he's going to use his at-will ability, direct the strike. So Gilly will be able to make a basic attack as a free action now against an enemy within 10 squares. So he could try and throw another dagger at the same kobold.
Or you could try to shoot a dagger at this kobold and he'd get combat advantage.
Yeah.
Maybe he has combat advantage anyway.
The great thing
That was
is
the one.
they still haven't moved, so I get combat advantage against them anyway. So, you know what? I'm going to go down to the swarmed locust one guy, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
Sounds great. Swarm locust, top right. Rolling it.
Hey.
Nice.
Okay.
Maximum effort.
And that dagger just sort of throws right through his eyeball.
Yeah, no question.
See, I can do it, Matt. I just the leaf, Matt. The leaf threw me off.
I know. That's why I gave you a second chance.
Thanks, Matt.
He'll pull his battle axe out and just get ready to jump down into the fray next turn.
Would you like to roll some damage?
That's max damage. He critted.
So, they aren't minions or anything like that?
No, they are. I just wasn't sure if you wanted to roll it anyway.
No, I'm good. No, the narrative splash is good enough.
Okay. Good deal. it occurred to me that I had neglected to reveal the names of these, so to make it easier for us to track them. So I'll do that. But so is it still Matt's turn after?
No, that's it. Move,
That's it. That's it for
action.
Okay, so it's actually their go. All four of these, all three of these now, they know that you guys are there. So they've all turned and they've got their javelins now in hand and are ready to toss them. So we're gonna start with Lambda down here, and he's naturally gonna toss this dagger at Finton. Does he inside the square? Does he get anything?
No.
Okay. So he sends his dagger flying towards you with with all of a 12.
That's against AC.
Yeah.
That'll miss.
Okay. All right. Well, he's learned from Gilly on how to throw things. So let's see.
Hurtful but true. Hurtful but true.
Let's see what Tao has. This javelin is going directly at Gilly. Oh. Okay. I see a pattern here.
They're very consistent. It goes.
Yes, it's the teaching. Yod is gonna also throw it. Gilly. Oh, look at that. All right. How's that against your armor class?
That one will hit.
Whew, sweet. So, so that is going to do a total of actually just 4 damage. There's not even a die. It's just 4 damage. So take it and like it.
Ow. My pride.
And then Haya over here is going to do the same and launch a javelin your way. And he lets it loose, and a 16.
Now that one also hits.
Oh, and another 4 damage as your pride takes another hit. I'm presuming.
No, that one was my leg.
Oh.
So
the others, the only other kobold here has not taken yet notice of you. Still fixated on the hole. Again, didn't witness the dagger go flying by. But also at that moment, coming from the woods to the northeast at a pretty hefty clip, you notice a familiar face come charging in, and he gets about right to the edge of the pit before he makes eye contact with the party and realizes that he's made a big mistake in returning to this camp. But his shock prevents him from doing much else beyond that. So with that, Deliria.
Well, Deliria squints her eyes menacingly at the 3 that attacked Gilly and says, "Nobody attacks Mr. Beefy Teefy and lives."
get him, Mel.
So, is this still considered a surprise round?
Yes, for right now it is, yes.
Okay. So, we're about to do some pretty wild stuff here. Let's do this. I am going to try to jump down between the two kobolds, Tau and Yod. Can I do that?
So where are you? You're gonna make like a
3, 4, 5, 6. Jumping down would put me right in front of Tau, like on the left hand side.
So you're gonna move to the edge and then jump in between.
Correct.
Okay.
Can I
so
do that?
do a athletics check for the jump, and let's see how you land it.
Can we attempt an acrobatics check, please?
Oh, sorry. Yes, do an acrobatics check.
All right, let's see how we do.
As he goes by, I'm going to say, stick to landing.
Oh, and without question, it is a glorious thing to see this drow, careen over the top of Tau and land Avengers style, in the middle of these kobolds.
She did a
All right.
superhero pose.
As she's descending, she yells, "Help!" Very, very dangerous. And then unleashes mid-flight the icy flood filled with the power of Solkara. So let's see how this goes. So Solkara's wave is a close blast 3, so it's gonna catch Tau. It's gonna catch Yod. And
I don't think it's going to get anybody else.
actually close. Let me see how I'm gonna position. Actually, no, it's not gonna catch them. So
Well,
you know what? I'm changing it. Let's target Heya and Yod. My bad.
Okay. If you land one square if you land here instead, because you said it's a 3.
Is it a burst or a blast?
Oh, it's a blast. You said a blast. Sorry,
right.
I was thinking. Okay, sorry.
So we're targeting Heya and Yod.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And it's 15 versus 42.
Yeah, and that's going to hit both of them. Are you doing just the one attack? I think you need to attack each one, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's roll it again.
I assume Yod would be the first one would hit, and
yes.
then Haya is not going to.
Wait, sorry, don't you use, like this square to do a blast 3 that hits Haya and Yod? Or
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay, so if that's the case, and Heya is refusing to perish, we are going to try something else now. Let's go ham here. Digging deep within her primal fury, she's going to use an action point. And she, gaining her Chisenta benefit, she's going to gain a +1 bonus to all rolls made during the extra action granted. And she will unleash her whirlwind spell. It is a area burst 1 within 10 squares. Or is that gonna catch all of them? No. Tell you what, we're gonna go with a simple lightning strike.
Matt's tactical presence will give you a +1 bonus to that roll for spending an action point.
Fantastic. So we're looking at +2 then. All right, we're going for a lightning strike at Heya.
All right. Oh yeah, no question. Lightning clearly. Haya is a very good conductor to the ground, and that lightning goes right through.
Fantastic. And as my secondary target within 10 squares, we're going to go for Gamma, and they take 3.
Okay, and that is about all they can bear. So.
All right.
So Gilly, are you paying attention? Because that's how I'm just saying.
Oh, I saw. I'm taking notes. Journal out and everything.
All right.
Interesting.
Anything else Deliria wants to do? I mean, took out half the enemies here.
Deliria will look around, cross her hands in front of her chest, and says, "I rest my case."
All right. I don't know what Grixis is going to do here, but Grixis, let's see.
Well, first I got some free actions. I'm going to say to this guy, "Oh, hello there. I knew you'd be back." And then I'm going to use a minor action to do a Close Blast 3 Dragon Breath on him. So let's see. It probably will not hit him. I've been light on this guy all day. So that's 7, 11. So this guy thinks he's getting off light, but he's not. Then I'm going to use my move action, and I'm going to move 2, 3, and then I'm going to use my standard action to hit him with an enfeebling strike. Does that hit?
16 will definitely hit. Yes.
All right. Well, he's dead now, so
Yeah. So he for a split second he tried to start backing away when he saw you coming at him, but you were a little too fast, and that was the end of that.
just saying, Matt, that guy could have been dead, and I could have been killing the next guy, but just goes to show.
I mean, you could have killed him earlier, but you let us talk to him.
That's right. Okay. Well,
There was more
that's
drama
it for
this
me.
way.
Good job now, though, Grixis. Really good.
Anything else for Grixis, or have you made your point?
That's it. He's good.
All right, we are to Gilly.
Oh, look, Grix, closure. Good for you. And I'm going to move down to Tau, and I'm going to kind of saunter down very, 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 extremely sarcastically and go, didn't expect we had a flying drow with lightning powers, did you, bud?
He's kind of looking around. He doesn't know what to do right now.
Well, here, do me a favor real quick, bud, and, hold this. And it's going to be a piercing strike. All right, hold on. Now, what I meant to say was, you know what? Huh.
He reaches out and touches it, and he's just kind of like, yeah, now what?
Well, my friend Action Point says I'm going to take an action point because now this just hurts my soul.
You get a
Try that.
+1 bonus to that roll. with
10! A 10 this time. A 10?
Versus reflex?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of looks down at your, what is it, a dagger? Or,
Oh, that's a short sword.
oh, okay. And he sees it, just stopping like an inch short of him. And then he just kind of looks back at you and is just kind of like, what? Huh?
Look, just Matt.
Gilly, stop toying with him. Kill him already.
They're slippery, Grix. They're small, and you can't get the smell off the knife.
Deliria says, Gilly, have you been drinking again?
No, but I'm going to.
And I believe that brings us to
done.
Finton.
I'm done. I can't embarrass myself anymore.
Fantastic. Can I see how deep is this pit?
From where you are, you can't see how deep the pit is.
Okay. Can I tell if sliding a character onto one of these squares might cause it to fall into the pit or no?
If you were to move somebody into the pit, they would fall down into it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm currently in cat form, but I'm going to use my minor to convert back into human form. That comes with the shift 1, so I'll move up here, and then I am 9 from Resh. Is that what that is? Resh.
Yep. Resh.
Okay. So I will fire off Thorn Whip on Resh. So that's 18 versus Fortitude.
Yeah, most definitely.
So that does 11 damage, and if it doesn't kill him, it also pulls him 2, which is into the pit.
Okay, and it does not kill him. He is bloodied. And you said it's pulling him into the pit?
Yeah, it pulls him 2 squares, so that gets him onto here. Yeah.
So he is he basically disappears down into the pit. You hear a little Wilhelm scream as he falls down.
Nice.
Wait, someone count the seconds until he hits.
Right?
It's actually only about 1 second, so maybe it's about a half of a Wilhelm scream,
Okay, that was my minor and my standard, and then with my move, I'm in human form, so I'm just gonna move back behind the burlier characters. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go 4, 5 actually.
All right.
And it's my turn.
Cool. All right, this guy here, he has taken notice of the fact that he used to have a partner standing here with him who has now just for some reason fallen down into the pit, and his eyes are now fixated on this large group of people that are attacking all of his friends. So with that, you see him reach into his on his belt, and he pulls out a sling, and then he's got a thing of a special, a larger sized sling bullet than you would typically see. And he puts it in a sling and starts spinning that around and decides he's going to launch that at Deliria. And
Bad move.
let's see how we do.
I blame myself for waking him up, Deliria, but I'm not very sorry.
And this is versus armor class. Natural 20.
Good lord.
So that is going to be... That's going to be 9 damage outright. And then you're going to be taking 2 fire damage ongoing.
2 fire damage ongoing.
Yep. All right, and he's going to stand his ground after that, so he is done, and that brings us to Matt.
Matt debates getting Deliria to try and take care of Lambda, but then decides that Gilly's spirit needs the pickup more. So he's going to start by moving. And as he's moving past Gilly, he's just going to like clap a hand on his shoulder and say, "You don't need fancy magic or acrobatic moves. You just need heart." And as he's walking past, he's going to use Commander's Strike on Gilly. So Gilly makes another melee basic attack against Tau. He will get a +2 bonus because of my feat to that attack roll.
Everyone's rooting for Gilly now. You can hear a chant building up.
Matt, I swear, thank you. But if you tell me that the enemies I killed were the ones I brought along with me or whatever, I'm going to scream. It's the friends we made along the way. Ah!
Oh.
I hate you, Tao. I hate you so much.
So this time you clearly impale your enemy here, and this time he looks at you, and the smile falls off of his face as he falls to the ground.
Do you get it now? Hold this. Do you get it? Now it makes sense.
See, Gilly, I knew that platitude would make you irritated enough to strike him properly this time. And Matt will then use his minor action to use Inspiring Word. So Gilly can spend a healing surge now and regain an additional 1d6 hit points.
Cheers.
And that's even after he called into question how inspiring your word really was.
I got a 1, so
Wow.
I got a rock.
The dice are not your friend tonight.
The dice have never been my friend.
And then he'll just finish his movement, moving up closer to Deliria.
Okay.
And just say, "Gilly, drinking after this. You can do this."
Who's waiting?
All right. That brings us to the lone remaining kobold here, red kobold anyway, Lambda, who is going to take a javelin and toss it at Matt. So, let's see. Versus armor class.
Nope.
It flies through the air and lands right at your feet there. And now it starts to back away a little bit. And that's it for him. Deliria.
All right. Deliria would like to start out her turn by taking 2 fire damage. It stings. And then she is going to take a second for self-care and use her second wind.
Okay.
She will regain 5 hit points and gain 2 bonus soul defenses until the start of her next turn. She will also move right over here next to her. Come on. And with that, my turn is done.
Okay. Grixis.
Okay, here I go. I'm running, so I'm going to move 7. I'm going to go 1. Wait a minute. Get a hold of my guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I'm charging my speed. This guy doing a basic attack. -5 from my running, but +1 for charging. It's going to be 17 -4 +4, so 17 versus his AC.
Yeah, most definitely that will hit.
And then my axe does 10, and then +2 from my strength, so that's 12.
All right. He is this guy is bloodied. He's definitely feeling it, and is considering he a second ago was just kind of protecting this hole, and then in a matter of a few seconds, his friend was pulled down into the hole by some means, and he has now been impaled by a slashed with an axe, I believe. So he honestly doesn't know what's going on.
Okay, well, that's it for me. I'm not even going to say anything to him.
All right, and here's the man of the hour, Gilly.
I'm going to learn from Grixis' example and just do my job. I'm coming over here, and we're going to piercing strike, hopefully. Oh, come on, roll 20. Be nice.
That is pretty good, right? So
Solid.
yes, without a doubt, he has been pierced and struck with that.
There you go. Ha! See? I can do it without flourish.
By the way, did we establish whether that ongoing fire damage is save ends?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you should have done a saving throw. I meant to say that. So you can go ahead and do it now.
All right, go.
Yeah, you're good.
Fantastic.
All right, and that brings us to Finton.
Great. So the only remaining guy is Omicron, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll just I'll go ahead and shift 1 here, just a regular shift, staying in human form, and then I'll fire off Thorn Whip again on Omicron.
Okay.
So yoink. 15 versus Fortitude.
That will, yes, he is definitely grabbed with that.
All right, so that's 12 damage, and then again, pull 2, so I'll pull him into this square.
All right.
Hopefully down into the pit.
So you drag his dead body down into the pit.
Have we confirmed the death of the other yellow one?
No, he disappeared, but you're unsure at this point what his condition is.
Okay. Well, now that there's nobody else living up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can go explore the pit.
All right.
Fenton, I gotta say, watching you knock these small things into a hole, I feel we could make a game of this. This
Doesn't
is
it
fun.
super fun? Let's get some of these corpses in there, maybe. Why not? We can do that.
Hey, let's not block the hole first. There's a lot of corpses. Does anyone need a little rest to heal up a bit. Deliria and Gillies are looking a little worse for wear.
Nah, it's nothing I can't handle.
Rest. Why am I even wearing? Why did I put my armor on? Nobody touched me.
Yeah, but Grixis, to be fair,
Now I got to do an athletics check to get down this pit with my armor on and -4.
Come on, Grixis. It won't be the first kobold hole you've ever been down.
Oh.
So what do we see down this pit?
So down at the, you can see that it's very, very dimly lit down there. There's some light from the surface getting down. It's maybe 30 feet down to the bottom of it. You do see the one kobold is clearly dead. The other one, he seems to be moving around a little bit, but just, I mean, completely, not a threat in any way. And it doesn't look like he's going to be going anywhere, but he's not quite dead. The light, there is some light from down there, but it's very, very dim.
Matt
Can you tell how far down it is?
It's about 30 feet down.
30 feet.
Matt will
This
pull out
is
a
how
sun
these
rod just
people
to
live,
help get
like
a bit of...
holes in the ground.
There is a rope ladder that goes down. Sorry, the small detail I overlooked. So.
Hey,
I was
Grix.
about to take my armor off so I could climb down. Throw my armor down and then go put it back on.
I should have waited a little longer, just so you know.
I think if you throw your armor down, it'll finish off the injured kobold.
Probably.
Death by breastplate. Hey, Grix, real quick. Do you see a lot of kobolds with, like, rocks that cause people to catch on fire?
Oh yeah, that's fire bombs.
Oh, good lords.
I wouldn't worry about it. You'll heal up. You'll be
not me.
permanently disfigured, but you'll heal up.
Rub some dirt on it; it'll be fine.
Once again, your bedside manner is phenomenal, Grix.
Just calling it how I see it. Hey, Gilly, you want to climb down this pit and kill that guy? Because he's still moving around down there. I'd do it myself, but take me a long time.
Gotcha,
I'll just
armor.
take pot shots. 30 feet, I can thorn whip him over and over.
Fenton, we're gonna have to talk about your need to whip kobolds. So
Look, I have a
You
need to
guys
whip
might
him.
want to go down first. I'm just saying because these guys look like they run about 50 pounds with their armor on. Me, I'm more like, I don't know, 400 pounds with my armor on. So I don't know how good this ladder is going to be for me.
You
With your
can come down
permission.
last.
with your permission, I'll scurry down and finish the job.
All right, so you're going to climb down the ladder to the bottom. Is the intention that everybody else is going to follow once he finishes the job, or?
If he doesn't get dogpiled, yeah.
But I do want to. I do want to finish off that guy from range if I can. If there,
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can shoot him from 10 squares away. So.
Okay.
Do you want me to like roll the attacks and stuff?
Yep. Yeah. Go for it. Yep.
Oh, okay. So 9 versus Fortitude. 23 versus Fortitude. I mean, I can just keep doing it. You know?
Yeah. The 20. Yeah. You got him. So go ahead and roll some damage just to see.
7 damage and then 9 damage.
Yeah. So any hope he had of making it through the end of the day is now gone.
Fantastic. All right, climb down, and I'll follow.
I'll pat Fenton on the shoulder. Whip it, Fenton. Whip it good.
Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support.
Deliria will look at him with new eyes and say, "You would have been wonderful in the Menzoberranzan pleasure pits."
I'm telling you,
Oh, boy.
Fenton, that's high praise. That's high praise.
And the party continues to learn more about each other with every passing moment. All right. And
I know how to inspire Deliria now.
So we make our way down the pit, and you find yourself kind of in an alcove of sorts. The 2 dead bodies are lying right there beside you, and there's, like I said, very dim light down here, so it's very hard to see very far. If anyone has normal vision, then you're not going to really see very clearly. So you may have some issues trying to make attacks and things like that. Those that have low light or dark vision don't have any problem seeing around. Hang on, I gotta switch.
I do not have low light or dark vision.
Nor
'Cause
I.
I didn't take that feat.
We do have sun rods in our adventurer kit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Would you guys mind if I took a sling and the fire bombs they've got?
Oh, please do.
Oh, well, definitely take that. Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the kobold sack.
And then grab the sling.
I'm
Can you
gonna
be real
I'm gonna let
clear
that one
on-
slide.
which sack? Yeah.
The fire bomb. What is wrong with this thing? There's something seriously messed up.
Every day we get closer to law.
Oh my.
I blame the drow. I blame the drow.
Just FYI, while you're reaching for the kobolds stuff, you notice that they're each wearing a pendant that is in the shape of a dragon. It doesn't look like it's a specific dragon of any sort. It's just like it looks like something you might find at a just a cheesy shop in some town. So the pendant itself isn't very valuable. One of them, though, does have a small sapphire in it that probably could fetch about 25 gold if you were to try to sell it somewhere.
I think we lost some audio.
Oh.
Well, Graybeard, we lost you at a small pendant or something.
Oh, am I back yet? Or
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened there. Okay.
It's a heck of a way to build tension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, small pendant the shape of a dragon. Did you get that far?
Yeah.
Okay. It's only probably worth about 1 copper. It's very, very crude, but one of them does have a sapphire embedded in it that almost looked like it was just kind of forced in there. It's not like professionally mounted, but the sapphire is probably worth about 25 gold if you were to sell it.
Gilly, can you pry that out? Because I don't want anybody taking these cheesy cobalt necklaces. This is exactly what I was talking about. They're worshiping dragons. They don't even have a specific dragon. Just any dragon will do. They're not dragonborn. Please take the gem out and throw this other stuff in the garbage.
On it, Grix. And I will
Grixis,
do so.
you are a grizzled gem yourself.
And just for what it's worth, Omicron in his sack is carrying also possesses a potion of healing.
Oh,
Nice.
absolutely.
Who are we trusting to actually hold on to that gem in the meantime? I nominate Matt.
I nominate Matt. I'll take that.
Deliria nominates Deliria. It matches my eyes.
Gilly, were you about to nominate yourself?
No, that would be no. What? No. Matt,
If
I was
you-
gonna.
if you hit something the first time in the next fight, you can get the sapphire.
Thank you for the
Mm.
incentive.
Oof.
I'm gonna hand the sapphire and the healing potion over to Matt.
Fantastic.
So this the cavern that you're in, so the dim light is coming from a bunch of phosphorescent fungi that's kind of growing all along the walls. It's a really cold chamber down here. It's much colder down here than it was up on the surface. And it's not really freezing, but it's maybe a brisk fall day type temperature, just kind of gives you makes your spine tingle a little bit. So that, and other than that, it's just regular dirt, rocks on the ground, not really much else of notice. Rock walls, maybe some very cold water dripping down the edges.
Who's getting a sunrod? Who's got a sunrod out?
I'll take out a sunrod, and I want to move down just two to three spaces here until I can see across this hallway and see if this is closed off here or if this goes somewhere.
Okay, so as you crawl,
I'll fire off a sunrod.
as you look in there, you can then see. Do you have low light? Or you have the sunrod going?
Yeah, I use a sunrod.
Gotcha. Okay, so you can see into this other side, and you catch a glimpse of what is clearly a kobold standing on the other side, but his attention appears diverted to the down the passageway that he's standing in front of, so he's not actually facing you, he's facing the other way.
Okay. I make hand signals indicating the presence of a kobold in that direction.
Really, are you feeling sneaky enough to scout out a little?
Sneaky I can do. It's anything past the sneaky that gets more perilous. But
Maybe
sneaky I can do.
Maybe head in, and then Grixis can get ready to charge if something goes terribly wrong.
I just want to note before we go headfirst into the chamber to the right that we don't necessarily, it looks like, have vision on like behind maybe this pillar area. It's possible there's something here.
Matt will go check it out since he was walking that way already. He's got his sun rod out as well.
And when he gets around, he sees a human lying on the ground with what appears to be a very clearly broken leg, and then there's a kobold standing above him. But as soon as you come around the corner, the kobold catches a sight of you, and he throws down his weapon and says that he it's like, oh good, thank you're here to save me.
Grixis, there's a friend down here that needs to meet your axe.
Yeah, I'm gonna move down there.
I'm around the corner from him, right? I probably heard him.
Yeah, you would.
Saw him.
Oh, hello there.
Say that right. Hopefully, before Grixis ends this person's life, can I run a quick insight check on his claiming that he was going to be saved?
Yeah, go for it.
There it is in the chat.
Yeah, he is most definitely not being honest with you.
Okay. Grixis, after you.
What do you want? He's already given up. You want me to intimidate him? He's already given up, I say.
I mean, the last one that gave up came
Fair
back,
enough.
so maybe, you take the shortcut and do it now.
Matt, can you come up on the other side of him to help me?
Of course, and I'll go on the other side.
I'm gonna attack him. I'm gonna do an enfeebling strike just to so he's a little bit enfeebled. See what happens. I get a 23 plus 2 because combat advantage.
Yeah.
And now he gets -2 if he wants to try to attack us.
Yeah, he is. He definitely takes that hit, and is that 6 damage?
6 damage, yeah.
Okay.
Mattel, seeing Grixis take the attack, will also use his own battle axe to try and finish the job.
Okay.
So that's 20 with combat advantage for 14 damage.
Oof. Okay. And so, just like that, this fellow is not feeling too good, and is bloodied. He's questioning his strategy at this point.
Should we roll initiative or what?
I just wanted to see if you are you at all interested in the gentleman with the broken leg? Before
we'll get to him.
For Matt, not till the threat is gone.
So
I guess you look at the kobold and say, unless you want to die, tell us what's down here now.
So he tells a story about being attacked by at least a dozen kobolds in their wagon. They came at him with javelins and daggers, and they fought them as best they could, and then they captured him and drug him away, and he's just hoping that his companion is okay up on the surface.
Okay, so that's a lie, because we spoke to her already.
You fended off a dozen kobolds by yourself, unarmed, by a wagon?
And he's like, "Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry, that was a lie. I hit it.
We killed your wife.
Now he's like, what? And you did what?
I'll attempt to keep a straight face.
Like you?
Yeah, she's dead. She was lying just like you are. So he had enough of her.
And he says, you guys are just a bunch of saps. We've been plotting this thing for days. You and your righteousness. We saw you over in Winterhaven, and we've been planning this the whole way for you guys to get down here and kill these kobolds for us. And you're doing everything exactly the way we wanted you to.
Sounds good to me.
And you're telling this to
kobolds.
5 armed adventurers when you're all
the funny part. The funny part of it is all you had to do was ask. You didn't have to plot and scheme,
Right.
go on day after day. You could have just said, Grixis, you want to kill these kobolds? They're kobolds. And I would have said, you got it. But now we have to kill you as well.
Well, if you kill me, then you don't get the treasure that's down here.
I don't need treasure. I'm a paladin. I have to give
Why
all
do
my
we need
treasure
you
to
for the
the
treasure?
Grix, point of order. He just said treasure.
Let's tie him up for now.
Matt,
What's happening with the kobold? Did we kill him?
He's pretty injured right now. So, and he likes the fact that everybody's attention is drawn towards this fellow.
I'm thinking of letting him go just to piss the other guy off. You know what I mean? Just be like, see, we didn't kill the kobold. We let him go. What do you think about that?
Well, it seems uncharacteristic for you, A. B, there's probably a bunch of kobolds in the other room, right, that we're going to end up fighting.
Yep. Yeah, I saw one in there when I came down to deal with this guy.
Yeah,
He's just
yeah.
standing in there.
Don't let him raise the alarm.
Yeah, right, exactly. Let's finish off this kobold, tie up this human. I don't know what use we don't have for him, but maybe we need him for the treasure at some point. And then let's go clear out the kobolds to the right.
All right,
Sounds like a plan.
lean on his broken leg a little bit with a very pissed off expression on his face and just very coldly say, you took advantage of us for your own gain. What is down here that's so precious to you?
and he screams in pain as you step on his leg, and he insists that it's the treasure. We've seen them collect this treasure for weeks and weeks, and we wanted it for ourselves.
There's not even a family heirloom?
I'm going to ask him who he worships.
I worship gold, treasure, silver.
Now, what god do you worship?
Exactly.
All you humans worship somebody.
I worship the thing that gets me the most I can out of this world.
Is
Can't
he
argue with
bloody?
that.
He is bloodied, and he definitely is not faking the broken leg.
I'm going to attempt to intimidate him. Intimidate him. That's a 22.
Yeah, he honestly doesn't know what else to tell you at this point. He's shared the treasure. He doesn't have any other information that he could give you. He's like, just please leave me alone.
I want to be clear.
right.
There's no family heirloom.
There's probably some in the treasure.
Okay. That pisses me off.
I told you that was fake because they would have had that in that secret compartment. You're just making it up.
You know, that's
He
a
doesn't know
great
where the
point.
treasure is. He got captured and his whole plans went away, and he's just a pathetic human.
At the time, I thought you were just making a sassy comment about a forgivable oversight, but now I see you were onto something.
You were right, Crixus.
Yeah. Anyway, I've had enough of this guy. I want to attack.
My guy's intelligence is very low. He has an 8 intelligence, so he was just guessing, really.
Yeah. Well, he figured it out.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
I forgot about this last time, but everyone within 10 squares gets a +2 bonus. With,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was on mine. I think. I didn't roll. Hold on. So I got 13.
$13 for Grixis. 25.05 for delirium. That's impressive. What kind of sorcery is that?
That's a great way to break a tie. Yeah.
Yeah, that is what it is. That's telling you what the modifier is, so that way it breaks ties, because that is how the tie is broken, is using the modifier. So.
Gotcha. Interesting. Who are we missing? Gilly.
11 for me.
11. I gotta add you. Okay. All right. Let me.
Actually, Gilly's ahead of me because Gilly, you have a modifier.
Oh, that's with my modifier and the +2 for Matt being within 10 squares.
Oh, the 11 is with the +2.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. So I think we're good. So Deliria.
Well, Deliria looks at the laying human and says, "Sir, I believe you have outlived your usefulness to us." He's laying down, right?
Yep.
I would like to coup de grace.
Oof.
He's prone. Is he helpless?
He's got a broken leg and he's bloodied. And
Coup de grace is like a fairly powerful thing that I think also has narrow requirements. Like it's usually something you do to like someone who's sleeping or something.
So he's not helpful.
Let me just check. Just let me take 10 seconds and have a look.
The requirement is, I believe, helpless. I'm double checking that. Yeah, it has to be helpless target. So that's
you have to use an attack power.
But also they have to be helpless.
Yeah, if they're helpless and you use an attack power, if you hit them, it's a critical.
Yeah. It's like an auto crit, exactly.
So what's the definition of helpless then? I mean,
that's a
like
good.
tied up. I guess if his leg is broken and he's on the ground, he's prone and he can't get up. So I guess he's helpless.
That's kind of my feeling. I'm looking at the definition of helpless. It doesn't really have much. So
yeah,
I personally would say I think he's helpless. He's really got nothing to defend himself. He can't move around, so he's pretty much at your mercy.
Okay. Deliria will use her Dragon Frost ability. A gust of frost hammers the laying body, and there we go. 13, well, 26 technically, because it's a crit.
Yeah, and so that is the end of our friend.
Hold on, you guys are killing humans now? I thought they were off limits. I'm gonna go back up the ladder and go find that lady and kill her.
She was an elf. She wasn't human.
Oh, she was an elf. Oh, well, that's a different story.
The only good elf is a dead elf.
Dragonborn like elves.
So that was Deliria. Anything else from our sorcerer?
That's all from her.
All right, Grixis.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit this guy. That's 24, 9 damage.
Oh yeah, and so you took care of him also. So last little bit.
-2 now.
So all right, you've dealt with everybody hiding behind this rock. So, Grixis want to move anywhere?
Which way are we going? Are we gonna go in that room there, guys?
Presumably.
I'm going to move up next to Gilly, but I'm not going to get too close because I don't want to let that guy know. So 1, 2, 3.
Leave this spot open.
4. Yeah, I'm just going to go there and I can run in.
Great.
All right. So next would be Gilly.
Grix, my lad, I got to tell you this. You have definitely opened my eyes to the nuances of paladinhood. I am learning so much.
Depends on who you worship, Gilly. It just depends on who you worship. I worship a dragon.
Hey, man.
God.
Fair enough. I have a weird family, too. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to try to stealthily walk my way in, if I may.
Okay.
Let's see what we can see.
All right. So you are pretty stealthy. Hang on just a second, though.
Oh, sorry. Ah.
As you, despite you walking through the wall, there you're actually more walking through the passageway. And there's a bunch of stuff piled on the ground.
Oh.
And against your reflex, you likely just step on that stuff and it kind of moves about, and you notice there's a few holes in the ground, but you've deftly avoided them, and you've basically moved to the spot you wanted to move, but you're not stealthy anymore. So they did notice the stuff
at that
moving.
Point, I'll just yell, I think it's a trap, boys.
This will be important later, but can Grixis see him avoiding these holes in the ground?
Yes.
Or does
Hold on, I'll
Gilly
point him out.
mention them?
Oh, I'll point them out. I was like, there's a trap, boys, right here. Let's just start this melee.
So
Traps is a big thing in 4th edition. I had forgotten.
that spot right there is now difficult terrain. So that one square is difficult terrain.
Then I will... No, yeah, I'll still be able to get there. Yeah, it's still only 4. So that's 1, 2, 3,
All right.
4, then 5. Yeah, I'm good.
And you are now in this area, so let me go ahead and clear this all up for you.
Ah, there's a lot, lads. Huh.
Not for long.
Can I encourage any of you to please run away? No?
They
All
shake their heads no and raise their weapons. Specifically the one right next to you.
Right.
That
I
you
still get a chance to get an attack on this guy, or
you haven't done any attacks, right, on this turn?
I have not? No.
Oh, well then there you go. Yeah, now you see him. Do it.
All right. Let's try the riposte strike, if I may, please. And with this one, I will be able to get him, and then if he attacks me before the start of the next turn, if he attacks me, I get to attack him back.
Okay. Versus AC.
Ooh.
Yeah, that it's going to hit. Yeah, things are looking better for Gilly.
Hell yeah. So if he comes after me, I get to attack him again as an immediate interrupt.
Okay.
Yay!
Gilly, you get your sneak damage, right? Because this guy hasn't gone yet.
Oh,
For
that's
striking him?
absolutely right. Oh, it's true. It's Christmas. And I'm a beefy thiefy, so that's going to be a lot more fun. Let's see here. Hold on. 2d6 plus 3. Oh, actually, plus 6. My bad. 2d6 plus 6. Let's see what happens. And survey says a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh. Oh.
When the sneak attack
what
works,
is the plus
it
6
works.
from?
My class thing and my brawny rogue. There's a reason to be a brawny rogue.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I knew it was something. I knew it was
yeah.
something from the other build.
Oh yeah, that's just fun.
And sorry, you already rolled damage, didn't you?
It's 25 totes.
Sorry, I was looking at the attack and I completely missed the damage. So, whew.
No, man, I am just as surprised as you are.
All right, so that that knocks him down pretty good. So he's like out of nowhere, you came out of him and just completely changed his outlook on life. All right, and that brings us to Finton. Where's Finton? Oh, there you are.
Down here. Great. So I will move. Actually, I got a question. So range 10 from this blue guy, Dalit or whatever. If I was in this square, would I have line of sight to him?
I don't think so. I think you're gonna need. I think you'd have to be like here, because I think even if you're up in these squares, you're gonna be blocked.
Okay. Fine. So I will move my speed, which is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because that was difficult terrain, right?
Yep.
And then 7. Can I be in this square?
Sure. Yep.
Okay, great. So from here, I will shoot at Dalit. Actually, what by the way is this gray stuff in the middle?
It is water, but very slushy water. It looks definitely got little bits of ice and stuff on it. It's a little hard to see how deep it might be, but it's basically very slushy looking water.
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna shoot at Dalit with Firehawk. So yoink. No, 8 versus reflex.
No.
Okay. That was my move and my standard. I think the last thing I'll do actually is with my minor. I'll go ahead and turn back into my cat form, shifting 1 to. I won't shift 1. I'll stay where I am, but I'm back into cat form.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. That brings us to Matt.
He'll start by moving up. So he gets there and sees the situation in the next room. Kind of, at least at the start. Yayu that Gilly had engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like it wants to engage back with him, or it might want to flee away from him?
No, it's looking like he's going to take some revenge on Gilly.
All right.
And he'll probably die when he does.
Yeah, so all Matt's then going to do is keep moving through. So that's 2 squares to get through the difficult terrain.
Yep.
He's just going to get in position and get a lay of the land and just scope it out. And that's his turn.
Okay. Move that there. All right. And that brings us to Yayu. So what does Yayu have working against him here?
If he swings at me, I get to immediately interrupt him with a stab.
Okay. Well, you might want to do that.
I'm gonna. Bam.
Oh, yeah. And that would definitely hit him without question.
Let's see here. Let me get the damage real quick. It's just a regular 1, so there you go. And that's going to be a further 6 damage.
Okay. And as rough of a time that Gilly was having with it on the surface, it seems that going down into the underworld has completely changed your fortune.
Matt, I killed him. Do I get this sapphire?
As long as we survive this, for sure.
Nice. See? It's like a Scooby snack.
If we get killed by kobolds, my grandfather will never let me live it down. Well, of course I'll be dead, but...
All right. And that brings us to the top of the order. I'm going to resort, actually, because we have more people now in the mix here. So let me clean up a little of that. But and Deliria is going to still get to go at the top of the order here, though.
Okay, while you're resorting, Deliria will move her speed, which is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then looking at the area, I am going to identify a target, which would be Alpha. We go for the Alpha, and we become the Alpha. She's going to try to use her racial ability, Darkfire. A flickering halo of purple light surrounds Alpha, making him or her easier to hit.
Yeah. Alpha is kind of in this, doesn't know what to do in here. Being surrounded by all these lights is now maximally confused.
Fantastic. And he's granting combat advantage, which leads me into my next ability, which is a good old lightning strike. I call down the power of Zeus.
Oh, you do.
Zeus can't hear you. We're indoors.
And Alpha is barely even notices that there was a little electricity around him.
I knew I should have prayed to Tempest.
Does Deliria have anything else to offer?
Deliria does not.
Well, Theta down here has some thoughts on what to do. And first thing is going to, let's see, speed. Well, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to do a whole lot. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's as far as Theta can go. So Theta kind of moves into this position and then just takes up a defensive stance, raises his short sword, and essentially kind of indicates that if you're going to come this way, you got to come through me. And that brings us to Grixis.
Well, I can see that guy, right?
Yeah, you can see, like, yeah, yep. Well,
okay.
Yeah, you can see that there's someone there, just barely though, from where you are.
Okay, well, I'm going to do my move action to go onto this difficult terrain, and then I'm going to charge this guy, and then just do a basic attack.
All right.
Get him, Grix.
I did not get him.
No.
He
But I'm going to mark him so that if he attacks somebody else, he takes damage and a penalty. So maybe he'll try to hit me because nobody is hitting me. I need to get bloodied so I can get my bonus. I'm done.
All right. So he kind of laughs at you for your feeble attempt at an attack there.
I'll just laugh back. He doesn't know he's about to die.
That brings us to this guy in the corner here, who's he's got some fancy clothes on. He's been standing over here and he's thinking like he's all that, but he is going to kind of raise his hand up, and he's got this kind of almost a lightning looking. Deliria would like this. It's kind of this lightning looking sphere in his hand that he raises up, and let's see. Let me check his range here. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, he's going to go right at Deliria with that. So he fires. He fires that. Throws it across the room at Deliria. And versus Deliria's reflex. Oh. It just goes right over Deliria's head and kind of vanishes into the other room. And this kobold kind of just looks a little dejected for a moment.
Hey man, it happens to us all.
That natural one made my attack not look that bad.
Deliria reacts to the audacity of the kobold and says, "I'm the one who zaps."
Gilly, let's see what you got.
I'm going to go against Alpha with my new sling. I'm going to try that bad boy out. I'm going to try easy target, and he's got combat advantage, so I'm going to add, because he's got the halo on, right?
Right, yep.
All right, I'm going to move forward to Del. Good job highlighting the target. And then we're going to do this.
Ooh.
All right, and then because he's got combat advantage, and it's my first time, sneak attack. Also, he's going to be on fire. Also,
so the question at this point becomes: how many times can you kill a kobold?
Well, wow, 1 and 1. So that's going to be 16 plus whatever the. Oh.
He's slightly on fire though, right? Does that?
That makes it better.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll take it. I'll take the slightly on fire.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Rethink my next use of a daily power next time.
Oh. Finton.
So, yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Alrighty. I will simply shift back into human form. I'm gonna pick up the sun rod that I dropped when I converted into cat form, and I'm going to shoot Dalit with Firehawk again. Bam. 9 versus reflex again.
No, that's not going to work.
That's not going to work. I will just, that was move and standard. I'll just move back onto that difficult terrain, and that's my turn.
All right. Matt.
Matt has the shield in one hand, Sunrod in the other, so he's just going to step closer, and he's going to use Commander's Strike to give Grixis a chance to attack Theta again, kind of using the Sunrod to distract, maybe like try to blind the kobold to give Grixis another attack.
Okay.
You get a +2 Grixis to the attack roll.
Grix, I tell you, it always works. It's so much better to do this.
2 plus 2 plus my
Then again.
strength is 2 and my proficiency is 2, and I still missed. I wasn't. You got to coordinate, man. Wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
If you would have gone behind him, I would have got 2 more for combat advantage and still missed him.
We'll try it again, not to worry. Is anyone looking a bit damaged just by looking around the room?
I'm not going to say it out loud because he'll hear me.
I know Matt knows Gilly took a few hits last time, so he'll use Inspiring Word again.
Oh, okay.
Because I get it twice per... I can use it twice as a Warlord. So your healing surge value plus another 1d6.
Sounds good.
And that's my turn.
All right. That brings us back around to the top to Deliria.
Hell yeah.
You're right on the top. I will still move behind the meat shield and then exact my revenge upon Dalit. We shall use Dragon Frost versus him.
What is this guy, charmed?
It's an illusion. Nothing can hurt him because he's not really there.
Yeah.
Oh,
His fine clothes.
he's about to be there. Deliria, got anything else?
No, I will pout at my failure.
All right. So it looks like Theta is going to make eye contact with Grixis and is going to... oops, sorry, hang on. Wrong sheet. There we are. Is going to pull out his... Or he's already got his short sword out and is just kind of raises it up and is going to hack it right down at Grixis and see.
Short sword.
Uh, 14.
Short sword.
If I recall, that's not going to quite get it done, is it?
No, I got 20 armor class.
Well, at least you're good for something.
It's going to then shift backwards 1 square. And that's it for it. And that puts up Grixis.
Let's see. Gilly, what's your movement?
Mine's 5.
Or you can get behind that guy without getting an opportunity attack. So I'm going to move down so you can go in the square above him, so you get combat advantage, so you can kill him. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go here to line you up, and then I'm going to do my attack, which is just enfeebling strike. Which actually hits. He takes 10 and he gets -2 penalty, and he's still marked by me, so if he attacks somebody else he gets another -2 penalty. And that's it.
All right. He finally got some damage from the party despite seeming so strong at first. He's not quite as cocky. But now it's this guy's turn up here. He, frustrated over his earlier experience at not quite hitting the with his glowing sphere, has decided to try a different tactic this time around. He is going to, let's see, move. What is his, yeah. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. 2, 3. He's going to go here, and he is going to use his dragon breath, and that is a blast 3. So, remind me, a blast is a is that a straight?
It'll be a 3x3 square.
It is. That's 3x3 square. Okay, so
so he can do it from there or here.
Yeah,
or here. Any of those would be fine.
So he really probably would have been here. So he'll do his 3x3 square, which will get Grixis and Matt if he can hit. So let's
Is it friendly? Will it get Theta as well?
No, he can do it the one below him.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He can.
He'll do it down. He'll do it kind of in this area here. Yeah. So that is going to be versus Fortitude. Let's go ahead and see how we do. First, we'll do Grixis. And +6. 21 versus Fortitude. All right. And next one is for Matt, coming at you with a 12.
Will not hit.
All right. That is going to be 1d10 plus 3 cold damage. So, oops.
Cold breath. Oh.
I took the wrong. There we go. So that's 9 damage, cold damage for Grixis. And actually, Matt is going to take 4 damage.
Got it.
Was that his regular action or a minor action?
That was a standard
That's
action.
just his attack?
That's
just his attack?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
I was just jealous because his dragon breath is better than mine. Action to do that much damage.
Yeah. All right.
Better than Dragon Envy.
Perhaps you should have been more kobolds.
A few more dragon breath related feats, and when I get up to Paragon level, and maybe I'll be as good as this guy is on level 1.
You've got a place to go. You've got a measure for success. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
He damaged me. I like that.
I'm going to come down right over here in the cold water.
Oh, dear. We
And,
got some flanking going on.
We do indeed. I do love being a thief. And we're going to do a riposte strike. So if he decides to do something silly like attack back, we're just going to stab him again. Fun. Hey.
That is...
Oh, sorry. Add 2 more to that. So 17 versus AC.
Yes, that will definitely hit him.
And that's my sneak attack now.
Oh,
You
dear.
have to say it quietly. 19 points of damage.
Oh. There will be no attacking back. There will be no marking. There will be no anything of any sort from this person.
This is just how Grixis has been imagining it, Gilly. I get on one side of him, and you stab him and do all the damage.
It's called teamwork, and we've got it.
It's just how you draw it up.
All right, there is but one very fancy-looking kobold still remaining, and undamaged, I might add. And I'm sure Finton's got something.
We're gonna try to change that. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go 6, 7, just fine. And actually, we'll go up to here, and then we will firehawk him again.
Oof.
22 versus reflex.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
That's what we've been waiting
All right.
for.
So it does 11 fire damage to him because it summons a hawk of fire, which swoops down on him and burns him. And in addition, that hawk is now hovering and poised to do an opportunity attack should Dalit move or make any ranged or area attacks, and then I would be able to do a follow-up secondary attack.
Okay. Whew.
But 11 damage now.
So Dalit's got a lot to consider right now, and not a lot of allies to help him at this moment.
How's his fine clothes looking now? They're all singed.
Yes, they're actually quite flammable.
Okay.
All right, Matt.
That's my turn.
All right.
Matt's going to step over the now dead body. And he's going to close the distance coming around Dalit and shout at Grixis, "I'm doing what you told me to do. I hope you're ready." And he'll use Commander Strike to get Grixis to attack Dalit again. With
This time I was ready. Here we go. Now, there's going to be a lot of bonuses, so don't worry if this rolls low. Okay, 11 plus 2 from his thing is 13 plus 2 from flanking. 15 plus my proficiency in strength. Or no, that's already in there. Yeah, that's it. 15. Versus his AC, right?
And that will it was touch and go as you were making the attack, but you managed to land it just before he can move out of the way.
I am knee deep in this ice water. Gilly, tell him how it is. Gilly's like at his shoulders.
Oh, no, not my shoulders. Just, I definitely would really like a fire right now.
All right.
It's very uncomfortable.
I'm just doing a weapon damage.
And you get a
That's
plus
2
3
plus what?
plus 3 my intelligence modifier bonus to that damage.
Okay, and then I get 2 from my strength, so that's 8 or no, 7.
Total of 7.
7 altogether damage.
Okay, so he's bloodied right now, and not feeling good.
Well, that's pretty good. It wasn't even my turn, so
Yeah.
Matt will look at him and say, "I think your dragon breath is lacking something. It's a shame." That's my turn.
All right. And Deliria, they've set him up perfectly for you.
I will move down here and use my Dragon Frost ability once again.
Oh my.
Oof.
Oof, the Dragon Frost just hit misses.
It kind of looks around and says, "Did you guys feel a breeze come by? I didn't,
Look, you're talking pretty big for a kobold with a flaming hawk above his head.
He's got not going without
like
a fight.
10 dead friends.
He's got his pride still.
With that, I end my turn.
All right. It's not. There's no more of that guys around. So it's actually Grixis' turn.
Grixis, how about 2 in a row?
You guys may have noticed he's a one-trick pony. He just keeps using Enfeebling Strike, and he does 11 damage with it.
That's a crit.
And that takes care of our prettily dressed kobold. And you look around the room and realize there's no more kobolds to be had.
Huzzah!
And Grixis wept, for there were no more kobolds to murder.
For he had killed them all.
With an axe.
Anything to search in this room? Is that like cauldron? Anything we should pay attention to?
No, that's just where they had their meal. So there's probably some nasty kobold remnants, food remnants in there is all. If you wanted to search the bodies, there's a bit of gold to be had that they've collected and kept for themselves. Just it's about 62 gold actually. And our friend Yayu had a potion of healing on him.
Nice. Were we able to determine that this water was like nowhere that deep?
Yeah, this water, it's really only maybe a few inches deep. It's more almost mud, frozen, slushy mud.
Okay.
You do notice that this particular room is even much colder than the room you came down the pit in. it's definitely now there's you have ice in this water. There's more ice on the walls. It is very cold.
Can we, Matt will suggest, just take 5 minutes, take a short break, and just gather ourselves? I don't like this change in temperature.
It
I
is
suggest,
disturbing.
I suggest we take a short rest because I just want to show how my healing surge will heal back all 9 damage that guy did to me.
All right,
Nice.
a short rest.
Is anyone
it
going
is.
to judge me? Is anyone going to judge me if I strip search a goblin with not a goblin, a kobold with fancy clothes?
I judge you if you didn't. Come on.
I'm
and
going
Matt
to
will
do
flick
that.
the sapphire to him.
Ooh. And I'm going to catch it and just kind of twiddle it with my fingers and go, this one I feel I earned. I like this one.
And I would like to rest up as well. Use a surge, get back up to 22.
Matt will use a surge as well, go back to 26.
All right.
Yep. I'm healed up. I only have 11 healing surges left for the day, so I hope this doesn't get too crazy. I hope there's not a dragon down here.
I mean, while they're resting, Matt will ask Grixis, what do you know about kobolds? Are they just like hoarders that want shiny things?
Yeah, sort of. They worship dragons. You know, I'm talking about regular dragon, not like Tiamat or something. Like a regular dragon, they think it's a god or something. They're so stupid. Anyways, yeah, they like treasure. I don't know, that guy that was out there that you guys killed. I was trying to keep him alive, but that guy seemed like he was all greedy gold guy. So I don't know when we get to this town exactly what's going to be going on, because it doesn't seem like the friendly people in the last town we were in.
Maybe
can't
the
trust
kobold
anybody.
problem was gold being stolen from the town, and that's what he wanted us to do.
I'm saying, but if these people are from the town, you think it's just them, or like the whole town is rotten apples? I hate to use the J word, but the mayor of this town could be one of those jerks you hear about.
Easy now.
Let's all keep our cool and let's march into the next room. And
He will cleave a creature's head in twain, but heaven forfend we use anything above the jerk level.
I told you, diplomacy is one of my skills.
It is definitely so.
Another one of my skills is killing things.
okay,
You're
well,
the
I vote
complete
we
package,
move back into using your killing skill. Lead the way, Grixis.
As I mentioned earlier, I can heal people too, but you guys seem pretty resilient. Nobody even needed any healing.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to save all of my laying on hands healing until one of you guys is actually on your second death saving throw, if you ever heard of those. And then I will come to your aid, and then you'll be saying, thank you.
Well, maybe we can find a happy medium between those two extremes.
I don't know, maybe.
Are
Let's go.
we heading into the next room then?
Let's do it.
Yep.
All
Are we
right.
charging ahead, or do we want to go slow?
Charging ahead.
I mean, it's worked so far. Charging ahead seems to be the way to do it.
We should
Or,
use the
you know what?
optimal formation. Line.
You guys mind
one-
if I
Go ahead.
search for traps?
No, that'd be a good idea. Traps are a big thing in fourth edition.
Oh, they're a big thing in this this cavern, that's for sure. I already almost stepped on one. It was just super obvious. So
is that what
yeah.
a kobold layer is called, Grixis? Is it called a 4th edition?
it's a draconic word. It means cold.
Yeah, odd language.
That was the person playing Grixis.
Ah,
You can get experience for traps. Now back to Grixis.
now back to Grixis.
If you want to do a perception check to see, I think it would be a perception check to see.
Is it perception or is it thievery?
Thievery is going to be to disable the trap. So
Oh, okay.
I think you need perception to find the trap.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Can I use my dungeoneering skill? I minored in dungeoneering.
No.
Crap.
I
That
don't
was a
think.
good no, because you still have to see it, even if you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Man, this is a useless minor. So here we go, like philosophy or something. Anyway. Hey!
You do not see any traps.
So it looks clear? Awesome. Looks clear, guys. I feel
Hold
good
on,
about
let me
this.
take a look. Hold on, let me take a look. It didn't seem
doubting
like you
Griggs.
really even. You just glanced over there. Or did you even look for any traps?
Griggs,
Yeah.
I found the
I
last
got it.
one. You got to trust me on this stuff, Griggs.
That's 20 with my big bonus.
I don't see
Do
why
I
you're
see?
doing
Do
that.
I see anything? I'm gonna actually look down the hall. Do I see anything?
To be fair, Gilly did find the other trap. So
I did.
I mean,
but
I
I'm
don't. Well, I mean, those. Let's not split hairs. He found the trap.
I can find every trap by going first and stepping on it. I have enough hit points. I don't think the traps will kill me, but it's not really disabling them or anything. Anyways, do I see anything with a 20 perception? That's the highest I'm ever going to have.
You do notice that right here in this area there appears to be some stones that are out of place. That they seem to have been brought from somewhere else and placed in this location.
Gilly, how about these stones? You think that might be a trap? I'm just saying, why don't you get close to it and then use your trap stopping skills?
Grix, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been a thief and a pirate for years upon years. They're just stones, but to make you feel better,
You're
I'll
probably
look
right.
deeper.
My guy, Grixis, is only 19. He's only been doing this for like a month and a half. So you probably do know what you're talking about.
Is there something actually there?
Yeah, as you move the stones aside, you notice that there is a very thin pile of sticks holding those stones up. And if you glance down, those sticks are then covering about a 7-foot hole in the ground.
Okay, so I'm going to clear it and like make sure that no one else sees it and be like, look, you guys are totally overreacting. I just need you to know there's nothing bad here. Just step around this way if you want to be careful. There's nothing here. See? There's nothing here. And I'll disarm the trap.
Okay. You're going to need a diplomacy check.
Convince us.
Is it going to be against my
Right?
diplomacy, a versus check?
It'd be versus your insight just to see.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it is diplomacy. It's a bluff check. He's trying to tell us there's no trap.
Oh, yes, you're right. I'm sorry. My bad. Yes.
All right.
Bluff.
We're in a bluff.
Oh, that's even better.
Hey,
Matt is not
guys,
convinced.
I am a dungeoneer. That is what I do.
My passive insight beats that bluff.
Fine. It was here. It's done. Well done, Greg.
Who are you trying to kid, Gilly? I'm the one that showed you where the trap was, and you're telling me it's not there. Okay.
Grix, this was a test, and you passed. Well done, Grix.
Okay. Let's keep moving.
This was a test.
You keep telling yourself that.
While we're moving on, Matt wants to just look at the walls and floors because he noticed the cold slush before. Are there any more cold, damp areas maybe where there might be icicles or iciness?
As soon as you got to about the area, this spot that you're in, you're probably maybe 50 feet further into this from the last chamber you were in, and it has just been getting colder and colder and colder. And there is literally a chill now where if you spend too much time down here, you're talking about hypothermia type stuff. There is ice on the walls. You can see your breath. You can hear the sound of some grunts and chattering in the distances coming from the shadows. But yeah, it is very, very cold down here.
This reminds Grixis of a dragon's lair that he heard of one time.
It does give that vibe, doesn't
dragons. They live in, and it makes it all cold and terrible.
Not to mention those dragon kobolds worship those.
Right. I think there might be a dragon down here, guys.
Oh,
I'm not too worried about it. I've seen you guys in action. I'm just saying.
As
If
a
it breathes,
renowned-
we're dead. That's all.
Yeah, as a renowned master of the elements, I would like to see if the cold is magical in nature or if it's just regular cave cold.
It
Can I
is.
do it?
Oh, God.
Dungeoneering? Cold cave?
Arcana.
Dungeoneering?
I don't know that it's. I don't think it's magical. Let me just check something. Just talk amongst yourself for a moment.
I'm sure it's fine. It's just a cold cave, you know.
Anybody want an apple? I may have
Oh,
one.
God, yes. Hit me up. Grix and McGilly are just going to have some apples and wait.
So it's. I don't think that it would be considered magical, but it's not necessarily just the cave itself that's cold. It seems like there may be a source of this cold beyond just the cave itself being cold, but not necessarily like a magical spell or anything like that.
Frost dragon.
Frost dragon. Find it, Grixis. Forward march.
Pick a
All right, let's
direction.
go. I'm going. I'm not.
You
worried.
can you control your guy directly, Grixis? By clicking
Well,
on
he's underneath all this stuff. Let me move the map. Let's see. Not wanting me to move the map.
If you change the scale of the map, you might be able to, if it's filling up too much
Yeah.
on screen.
I moved him up.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so let me do this.
You can also use the arrow keys.
Oh, I know. It's right click to move the map. Okay. Now I messed it up.
I love that every monster has a name. Very briefly, they get an identity.
Yep. Helps me keep track of who everybody wants to attack.
Oh, I hate Tau. I still hate Tau. So very, very much.
I'm a Dalit hater myself.
See, we've all built grudges over the last little bit. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's good to see.
Yeah.
It did make killing Yayu so much better to just have someone to hate.
Mm-hmm.
So where's Grixis to go now, or anybody else want to go now? These two they're not paying attention to you, so you've kind of just, you're there, but yeah, if you got much closer they might notice it, but they're not expecting anything.
We probably could be stealthy around here, but I just really do not feel as though that is mostly our vibe.
Well, I'm going to hold my action. So if any of you guys want to go kill some of these guys, then I'll move up so I'm in front of you. If that makes any
Metal
sense.
go a little further.
I'll get right up
And
next to
peek around
Grix.
the corner.
All right, so you're gonna go up there.
I can sling this guy. You want him on fire or not?
Which guy?
Leaded or unleaded?
Oh,
I can
nice.
hit the minion over here on the.
I
Sorry.
wouldn't waste it on a minion. How many of those joints do you have?
I don't know how many did I get.
You got 2.
Oh, then I'm definitely not. I'm just gonna take a regular stone. Y'all want to do this?
Yeah, should we roll initiative and
Yeah.
just surprise attack them?
Yep, let's do a surprise round. Let's do initiative, and then we'll do a surprise to start it.
Don't forget the +2 for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Let me. Sorry, I had to clear
Okay,
that.
2 plus 2. That gives me a 4. Like I
Wow.
said, I'm hold my action till the end.
370.
So Grixis got a 4.
Altogether, I got 4. Yeah.
Oh, that's very,
Back.
very impressive. Delirio at 24. I'm gonna clean that. And Gilly got a 70. I got Gilly's this time. Last time I didn't get Gilly's. Or did that... yeah, you got a 17. Okay. So that is everybody. So let me add these guys in. Roll for them.
Gilly, Fenton, and Matt all work at the same time. Just, it's very breach and clear.
Yeah.
All right. And let me see if I can find a spot to put this on there that's not in the way.
Synchronized playing.
All right. I think that's out of the way enough for everybody. All right. So, Deliria, you are up.
Well, it is very uncharacteristic of me to initiate the charge, but if you insist, I'm going to target Gimel with a lightning strike.
Get him, Del.
Oh, yeah. And that lightning has indeed struck.
So that would be 11 lightning versus Gimel and 3 versus Yuri.
Oh, and 3 versus...
Yeah, an enemy of your choice other than the target and within 10 squares. Of the
Oh,
target
someone else
takes
takes...
damage.
Gotcha. Okay, I missed that
Your
part.
dexterity. Yep.
Oh,
right.
Storm mages are awesome.
All right. So, and you said 3?
Yep.
All right. Well, and just like that, we are off and running.
And I will reposition myself and off to the races.
All right. Fenton.
Alrighty. I will, as a minor, shift into beast form, shifting 1 up. Big Siberian Tiger goes charge at the Yeri. I'm going to use Grasping Claws. I don't know if you want to reveal vision or anything else before I make that attack.
I will. Hang on just a second.
Okay. Okay, great. So this is at
Hang on.
plus
Let me do one more,
Alright.
since I think from where you are, you're
Okay.
probably going to you'll get some view down here too. So let me do that.
Okay, great. Okay. So this was a charge, so it's going to be at +1 relative to the number that I roll here. So,
Okay.
So it's actually 15 versus reflex.
That will hit him.
Okay, so it's 8 damage, and it's slowed until the end of my next turn.
All right. So,
So I'm in beast form, and that's the end of my turn. Oops.
all right. And that brings us to Matt.
Matt's gonna shout, "There's a lot more around the corner. Be careful of reinforcements." He's then going to use direct the strike and tell Deliria to fire again at Yeri that Finton had attacked. So you're going to make a basic attack as a free action.
Appreciate you. And Deliria is very proficient with her hand crossbow, so she will weave her dragon magic in the attack. Use the Dragon Frost again as a ranged basic attack.
Versus Fortitude, and that will hit, definitely.
And the target is pushed 1 square back.
Target survived. 13 and 8, 25 damage.
13. So 13 damage on it. So it is still alive, but it is definitely bloodied now.
And then Matt will shift into the next chamber to try and get the attention of the other kobolds towards him. And just shout, "Back up whenever someone can, please." And that's his turn.
Okay.
Appreciated.
All right, Gilly.
Moving to reinforce. I'm going to go against Iota. We're going to do riposte strike against Iota.
All right.
So if he attacks, I get to attack him back.
All right.
And let's hold on. And you know what I'm about to say because I love it. You love it. Who doesn't love it? Sneak attack.
Oh, nice.
So a good 17 points of damage on Iota. This is how I say hello.
So that is pretty impressive. Not quite bloodied yet, but getting definitely taken aback by this sudden turn of events. But now all of these friends of Iota get to do their thing. And so they are going to, let me see, they've got a little bit of a plan here. They're not the only ones that can strategize. So they're going to first move. Calf is going to shift here, and then Beta is going to kind of take a roundabout way to get there, and then Sod will do the same. And so they are going to pull out their short swords and make a couple attacks on you. So first, Calf will go first. Against your armor class. Jeez.
Miss.
Miss. And then followed by Beta. Even with it's +2, so is it a 16? Does that make any difference?
Nope, 17.
Okay.
Nice.
And then Sod is just sad. So he's changing his name. So it was all good on paper, but not so much in practice. Sheen is going to go ahead though and come down to Fenton and do the same with short sword. Oh, there we go. 16.
That'll hit. Yep.
Yeah, it will.
Oh, you got to be careful with Sheen. He's got tiger blood.
Guess so.
He's going to do a little bit of a dance to celebrate how wonderful he is at manipulating his short sword, and it gives you 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay.
Yep. But that ain't nothing compared to what Yuri and Iota have in store for you guys. Well, they're kind of in a tight spot though. So Iota is gonna, oh, here you go. Yeah, Iota is going to shift. Yeah, they really can't. Yuri's gonna come back down here, but oh yeah, actually, yeah, is gonna move there. But then use they'll use their standard action to move, and then their move action to shift here. But then Sheen still has a standard action and will use their short sword with combat advantage.
Don't they have to go in that other square?
Which square?
I thought you had to move into the square next to it and then move down. I didn't think you could shift around somebody in 3 moves.
They shift.
He used a move action to move here,
Yeah.
and then a shift 1 to move from there to here.
Right.
Yeah, I know. What I'm saying is I didn't think you could move from that top square into that other square without going in the interceding square. That's why if there's 2 people, you can't go through them. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, a diagonal square is still 1 square of movement, so that's how I'm interpreting it.
If there's nothing in the other squares, but since Fenton's in that square, he has to go into the other square. You can't pass through those 2 squares. I think that's how it is. Doesn't matter. It's fine.
I'm
We've
gonna
always played you can just move diagonally. Doesn't matter what's in the squares to the side.
I'm gonna go with it. We can do a rule check on it later and confirm for next time.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but I'm gonna give Sheen combat advantage for this. So that'll be a +2 for their short sword, which actually is going to give them that. So
yeah.
a 24, And that's going to be pretty weak damage, if you ask me, though.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
I was all excited with all the stuff that he was able to do here, but honestly, that's it. Wow. Maybe they're not as tough as they thought they were.
Yeah. All right, Greg, just make them pay.
Grixis?
Yeah, I just wanted to say on the diagonal movement,
Mm-hmm.
you can move diagonally, but you can't cross a corner of a wall or another obstacle. That would include a person that you can't pass through that fills the corner between the square you're in and the square you want to move to. So you have to move around wall like corners and people.
Okay.
So just saying.
Fair.
Anyways,
I think only enemies, to be fair.
Yeah.
You can pass through allies.
Yeah.
You can walk through your own people. Yeah, that's no problem. But that Fenton square is like an obstacle.
Yep.
So he has to go around. Anyways, I'm gonna move down here and also 1, 2, 3. Where was I here? I'm at 1. Let's do what I was saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm gonna do Dragon's Breath on these kobolds as a minor action.
You can avoid Matt with yours.
Yeah, it says creatures, so I assume I'm not hitting Matt's not a creature, right?
Yes, everything is a creature.
Everything is a creature. He would, if it said allies or enemies, then it would be just the kobolds. But I think creatures is going to be everybody.
Okay, that's good. It won't kill him. I'll roll for him first.
It won't kill you. Make
What
him
are
strong.
you, what are you doing?
That's going to be a
Oh.
hit, probably.
Okay.
Now
Close your eyes,
the
Matt.
cobalt in front of me.
Is that against
Cobalt
AC or
sod. The cobalt cough. So that's versus.
Ooh.
Oh, I get a bonus. That's just a D20 roll. I get +4 to all those rolls versus their reflex.
Yeah, every single one of those is going to be spot on.
All right, then let me tell you how much. It's not a lot of damage, don't worry, but it's going to be 5 altogether.
Okay, well, it is enough. I hope Matt made out okay.
Well, if he's not, I can go up. Did you take any damage before that, Matt?
No.
Okay. If you need me to, I can lay on hands, but I got to be next to you. So, well, actually, I'm going to use, since I didn't attack, I'm going to use my standard action to move 1, 2, 3, 4, so that none of these guys think about attacking Matt. Okay. That's it for me.
All right, Deliria.
Okay. I am going to move up to here. And then I will unleash the whirlwind center on Finton so that it doesn't hit him. But it will unfortunately harm my little dwarf friend, but I'm sure he can take it.
Ain't no thing. Let's do this. Oh, yeah, that. Ow. Yeah.
Okay, so that is this area right here.
So,
So first,
Right.
Yep. First roll is versus Yuri. Second roll is going to be versus Iota. Third roll is going to be versus the Sheen. And then finally, the final roll will be versus
I'm not feeling good about this.
Lily.
Got a bad feeling about this.
oh,
Well, that hurt a lot.
You're taking him out for the team there, buddy.
No, I'm taking 17 for the team. 17 for the team. There's
Well,
a difference.
Everybody is basically knocked prone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they are
Except for Fenton.
they are most definitely prone. I'll give you that. Yep, even this guy. This.
Oh, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Did we get him? Did we get him, Dell?
Do we maybe want to take a short rest while Gilly and possibly me, definitely me, rest?
I'm gonna need someone to hand me my spleen, if you wouldn't mind.
Matt's gonna walk around the corner and just look at everyone on the floor and like, what the hell happened?
There was a whirlwind. There was a house. I think it hit me. Something happened.
We got Charlie incoming.
Oh no. Nope.
What the hell is that?
Elsa. Look, guys, just let it go.
Perfect.
Oh God.
Good timing, Deliria.
So
We're having words, Del.
it doesn't appear that there's time for a short rest.
I see. Does that
call
make it my
timeout.
turn at least?
What's that?
Does that make it my turn at least?
It does. It is your turn.
Okay. Well, Elsa. Huh? Sorry. What is Elsa?
Elsa is a white dragon wormling.
A white dragon wormling.
Hey guys,
Okay.
White Dragon. Guess what I've been saying all afternoon?
Yes, Grix, you're very smart. Now heal me.
Was that
All right.
really?
I used to have one of them as a pet.
You know, don't dwarves have some way of healing, Gilly? I heard you guys are really stout.
Oh, we are. It hurts.
Okay.
Did you miss a death save? Just asking.
No.
Just curious. Okay. You're fine.
Walk it off.
You know, quit your complaining.
I'm going to turn back into human form and shift down like this, and then shoot out my thorn spray blast. It's a big blast 5. I'll put it up and to the right of me so it hits Thaba and Elsa, but not any of my allies.
Okay.
Which is a strategy I recommend in general, Deliria. And then I will. Yeah. So that's a 5 and a 17, presumably on Thaba and Elsa, but I didn't specify.
So the 17 on Elsa will hit.
Okay, so that's 6 damage and a -4 to all of her defenses till the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And I'm going to move down and duck out of the way a bit as I am injured. And then I'll pass turn.
All right. Matt.
Oh boy. Okay. Seeing this wormling come around the corner, he's going to steel himself and rush forward. So,
Oh.
I just want to get this right. An action point can be used for any extra attack, and that attack can be a power, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It can be any type of action. It doesn't have to be an attack. You could use it for a move or a minor.
Alright, so as he's moving, he's going to see... he can only see Gilly at the moment looking very roughed up. So he's going to use Inspiring Word as a minor. So Gilly can use a Healing Surge plus the 1d6 extra.
Hell yeah. Aw.
They're
It's just-
nothing.
Aw.
Barely.
Aw.
He's then going to attempt, now with his battle axe drawn, to lead the attack. And pray this works.
Wait, quick question. Did you just do a regular move into the space that you're in?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? So I think that would have provoked an attack of opportunity from Thaba. when you were moving from this square.
Yeah, it would have.
That's good. I'll take it.
All right, so Thaba is going to take a... We'll swing at you with the short sword. Yeah.
So Matt will just kind of shout like a word of encouragement to everyone, which is focus on the wormling, leave the minion alone. Grixis and Gilly, get your asses up here. So 24 to hit Elsa. 22 damage, and Gilly and Grixis, I think, might be the only ones within 5 squares of me. No, Deliria is there as well. So Deliria, Gilly, and Grixis get a +4 bonus to all attack rolls till the end of the encounter.
I wonder.
Already.
How do you read that, Greybeard? If you look at his party, I kind of thought. I mean, if you look at his power, I would have said it's not like fixed who gets the benefit. It's just as long as they're within 5 when they make the attack.
That's how I read it, yeah, as well.
Yeah, because Finton would be at 6, so he's just out of it.
Right, but the point is, like, if I move within range later, then I will get the bonus.
No, I don't think so. It's when he does the attack, it's bestowed on everybody, basically.
Yeah, I think that's...
It's not an aura.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's not staying. It's not like the thorn thing that you had that stays there. This is like at the time he does this, whoever's there gets it.
Okay.
And then he's going to use his action point now, seeing this threat and that 2 people are injured. And he's going to also use Warlord's Favor. So that's 12 to hit. Elsa?
That is it versus armor class? No, that is not going to hit. Yep.
+4 because of lead the attack.
Well,
16 to hit?
In that case. Oh, and Elsa's got -4 to defense. So is that just defense from you, Finton, or was that just in general?
No, it's just in general.
Okay, so yeah, so that's definitely going to hit either way. Yep.
All right, so then it's going to take another 14 damage, and I'm going to give Gilly another +4 bonus to attack rolls until the end of my next turn.
Whoa.
So Gilly has a +8 until the end of my next turn to any attacks against Elsa.
Matt is giving a master class on how to deal with the white drowning wormling, I'm just saying.
I'm just going to shout, Gilly, your dagger's going to be pretty fucking useful now. Come on.
Language.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. And that's his turn.
Yep. All right, behind you, boss. Inspired. Feel great. Loving it all. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to stand up. Is that just a move?
That's your move.
Okay. Stand up, and then I'm going to, as a minor action, I'm going to take my second wind because I love being a dwarf very, 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 very much.
Grixis says, "Oh yeah, I knew you had special healing. I didn't need to use my healing on you."
Didn't say that. I just said I got a little bit. Didn't say that. All right, coming to help, I guess. No, I'll shoot her with a flaming rock. Flaming rock. Everybody go with flaming rock.
Mm-hmm.
All right, with +8 more than that, so it's a +14 to me right now on this one hit.
Oh, jeez.
Yowza.
That's a 27.
Yeah, most definitely that flaming rock has hit Elsa squarely in the head.
Does that count as a? Do I have combat advantage because she hasn't gone yet? Since this turn, is that a thing, or am I just making that up in my head?
Is that so? What is your ability there? What is that one?
Basically, it's just sneak attack. Do I have combat advantage for someone who hasn't moved in the round or in the whole battle?
Since she just entered the battle, then I'll allow it this time. I don't know. I don't have enough to say that you can't. So sure, let's do it.
Yeah, as long as she hasn't taken a turn.
Yeah. As far as she's concerned, it just started.
Now let's see here. +4 bonus to attack rolls against target. Do I have any damage extra from the last one, Matt?
You get a +8 in total to Elsa.
No, not the attack, but the damage.
Oh no, nothing for damage.
Okay, well, so here's the sneak attack, and then here is the hold on. Here is the actual sling stone. Hold on, and then there you go. And then, is there any fire damage?
There is 2 ongoing fire damage, but it doesn't really matter because you've done quite enough.
Yes. Oh, man. Yes. The dwarf gets up, puts a sling in there, and like David and Goliath, knocks the Disney-themed wormling in the face. Oh, it's a good day. I'm going to take a nap.
Thaba walks over and
please don't stop.
and swings its short sword at you.
Would Matt get to react? Is he moved out?
Huh? Sorry. He moved right by you, so you get an opportunity attack on him.
Ooh, thank you.
19 for 9 damage.
Oh, Thaba. He stumbles forward with his sword drawn, just determined to hit Gilly, but can't quite get there.
Don't you touch that dwarf.
I am blessed by the gods.
All right, so is it Grixis' turn?
It is. Yeah, I mean, it pretty much falls to Grixis, but all I see are allies on this list now. So,
guys, I think the big white dragon is just down this corridor, maybe.
What is going on in the corner here?
that is a door.
That's a door.
Yep.
And then do we get new vision up here?
Oh yeah, Matt's over there now. So yeah, I'll. There you go.
Okay.
I'm gonna collect the dragon's teeth.
Grixis, you're a very interesting paladin. I'm gonna limp over towards the door and see.
I'm a dragonborn. We make necklaces out of dragon teeth.
I'm not attacking your culture. I'm just. You are unlike any paladin I've ever been chased by. So, I am going to go to the door, if you don't mind, and see if it's open.
It is not open. This door is locked.
Mm.
Have we looted the bodies?
Not that I'm aware. Would you like to?
Let's loot the bodies. Yeah.
So, let's see. You wander around and collect what you can from the kobolds, and from the there's 18 gold.
Guys, can I have 3 of that?
Very specific.
Yes, for what?
You want to borrow $3?
No, I just need 3 gold pieces. So if we get to the town, I can get something to eat. Starving.
Well, I think the idea is we're going to divide it all up. You probably are entitled to more than 3 at this point.
No, don't give me too much, because as a paladin, I have to give 80% to the Church of Bahamut, and it's just really a waste.
I'm telling you right now, I will take care of Grixis' half of the money.
Yeah, I was going to say, Grixis,
trustworthy.
Yeah, if you could hold on to it for me, that might be a loophole.
Promise, it'll be right there when you come back.
Right, your burger and your first 3 rounds are on me, buddy.
Gilly, do you have any tools or whatnot that can help open the door? You know, like lock picks and everything?
Oh, I mean, and he pulls out a really nice set. I mean, I got these. Is that what you were? Yeah, I can do this.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Hold on, real quick, and I'm gonna lick my finger and stick it up and just make sure there's no whirlwinds around. Because now I have a phobia.
You can keep my part of the treasure.
Nah, man, you did what you had to do. I think we're good. I got a sapphire for being a good boy. I'm gonna roll thievery.
It made my dragon's breath on Matt seem inconsequential, all right?
It hurt my emotions, Grixis.
21.
But I'm physically fine.
I did kill three guys in one attack. That you gotta admit.
That's pretty cool.
Your 21 opens that door. And
That's a Gilly. That's a 23 with your thieves' tools.
That, boys and ladies and gents and all, that's a minor hoard for a wormling. It's a good day.
Never heard
It's
of a
a good
wormling
day.
keeping its treasure behind a locked door in a room. They usually sit on it. Just
Well,
saying.
he's not old enough. Elsa wasn't old enough.
They're saving it so when he gets to a certain age, they can give him
It
the
is-
treasure.
It is a wormling trust fund. Wormling trust fund.
Maybe it's
That's
her
definitely
Where
college
do you think
fund.
these kobolds got that wormling? You know what I mean?
I
They enslaved them. It's not like the wormling went and found these kobolds. You know, they went and took an egg, hatched it out, and then they're like, "Oh, we're going to worship this wormling. Let's start collecting treasure from the townsfolk." These guys are sick. I'm glad we killed all of them.
Now, I hate to rain on this party. Just be aware that this treasure here is ill-gotten gains from, looting and robbing travelers and caravans on the King's Road. I'm just putting it
that
out
was
there.
terrible of them. Too bad we didn't find any treasure down here. That was the funniest part. We killed the dragon, stopped the kobold man, but your treasure wasn't there. I don't know what. Let's go back to what was the town we just came from? Winterhaven. Let's go back there with this treasure. I know where there's a wheelbarrow that we can load it up in back at the road. This is all working out just as I planned.
Point of order, pirate. Pirate.
Yeah, I don't see Gilly going, yeah, you're right. We better load up all this treasure and take it back to the town because it belongs to somebody.
I'm gonna Scrooge McDuck on this treasure, man.
All right.
I'm just gonna lay in it for a bit. Before we take it back to the nice people, I'm just gonna lay in it.
Suddenly those wounds don't hurt quite so bad, do they?
Oh no, they hurt like hell.
The good news is, however, that if as you're looking around this area, there is another alcove on the opposite side where there's a few other items. There are a couple 100 gems worth about 100 gold pieces apiece. There's
I like how you guys teleported into that alcove.
they wasted no
Quick on
time.
my feet.
I just followed the draw.
I just pulled the drow.
There's also a +1 amulet of protection and a +1
That'd be
frost
good for
dagger.
Grixis. You wouldn't have to give that to the church. I suppose if you had that, he could let that lady have her pendant back. That would satisfy him. Just saying.
Maybe it is her pendant.
I wonder if they had a
It
pin.
was.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that is her pendant? See, my
Well, we
guy's
don't
got
know
a-
that.
My
But,
guy has
but
a low intelligence. He's not clicking. He did say he was going to wear that till his dying day.
mm.
Deliria, I think it would look good on you.
You mean the frost dagger?
The pendant.
Oh no. You can keep that. I want the dagger.
I raise my hand for that pendant. My squishy little controller over here.
Finton looks like pretty terrible, I think, at this stage after the whirlwind. So Matt's like, yeah, by all means.
So Finton's getting the amulet.
I'll hand it to Finton.
Okay,
Sweet, thank you.
and then the dagger. Who had said the dagger?
That would be me.
Ah, gotcha. All right.
And Matt will take the gems.
I have a question. When you throw a magic dagger, it just comes back, right, in this game? In 4th edition?
I think that's right.
I'd have to look. I'm not sure, but
I think that's right. Yeah.
That's how I've been doing it for the longest time, because I think I read that somewhere, but I can't find it wherever it was. But I'm pretty sure that once you have that, you could just keep doing your attacks with the same weapon. Anyways, was there anything else in there?
that was all that was in there. But you got the gems. There was 200 gold piece worth gems worth 100 gold pieces.
Who wants those?
I'm gonna fluff up like one of the sacks of gold and just fall asleep.
Oh,
I was hoping we were still using the Bank of Matt. Are we not doing that?
You can, you
Yeah,
can give this stuff to him. I don't care. As long as I have 3 gold pieces to buy some food, I don't care.
I need to hand out treats when you guys hit things with the atwolls that I give out.
Can confirm
Perfect,
it does
perfect.
work. It does work.
So are we done in this chamber then?
Yeah,
Should we search for like secret doors or something? It seems like a dead end, huh?
Yeah, it is. That was the dragon wormling was pretty much the peak of this this quest
okay.
here. So
Okay, great.
So can we load that? Can we load their treasure back in that cart?
it would take you a little bit of time, but you could certainly. I think that cart might just hold what's in there.
I'm going to do it because you guys want it done, and I'm going to go get the cart and bring it here. If you guys can help me load it up. And then
I don't think you're
drag
getting
it
that
back
cart
to the
down the
house.
pit, and then well, you might get the cart down the pit. I don't think you're going to get it.
Cart in the, look, here's the ladder. I'm going to take
Briggs?
my armor off, and then I can carry about 100 pounds of treasure up there and load the cart up. It might take me all afternoon, but you know, Dragonborns are good workers.
Grix, you're a prince among dragonborns. I love it.
Well, the treasure isn't going to make itself go back to the village.
100%.
There'll definitely be a finder's fee for it. So we'll get our...
Then wear and tear, hospital expenses, per diems.
They better
All sorts of fun
have
stuff.
they better have some sort of a feast or something when we get back, because I'm already hungry. And once I get all this treasure done,
I think as Grixis is loading up the treasure, that'll pretty much bring this quest to a close. Everyone, there is 1,685 experience points to be had through all of that.
Woo. That's in total, not per person.
That
I
is
presume?
that is in total, correct.
1685.
Yep.
are we dividing that up?
Yeah.
That would be the way to go. Yes.
So it's 337.
Okay, that was some really good math. Well done.
I play Dungeons and Dragons all the time. I have a calculator right here. Constantly playing games is what I do.
I thought he was going to say I've over the years memorized every division of possible XP distributions.
No. Maybe when I was in grade school, I could have figured that one out, but no. Once they said, here's you can use a calculator now, I'm like, that's it. All right, well, that was a great game. I had a really good time, guys.
Yeah.
That was fun, guys.
I did. If you guys want to hang out a second, I think as far as the stream goes, I think we have reached the end. I hope those that were watching had a good time. And if you want to join a future game, please do go subscribe to the newsletter so you can get those invitations. Outside of that, until next time, take care, everyone. Thank you.